Oh, he's copped the head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack. Ahoy! He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Wasted World of Sports, ahoy! A very happy Friday to each and every one of you. Hopefully we're all excited for the weekend. Friday night footy kicking off here. We're straight into it, straight from work. I've literally just clocked off work and we're ready to go for kickoff in this one. A very somber looking Warriors team walking out onto their home turf tonight. I hope nobody's died. Muppet, ahoy there, mate. How are you going? We are ready for a big weekend. Okay, I'll try and speak properly. It's been a long week. We are ready for a big weekend. Oh, it's because it's in Christchurch. What, are you suggesting they don't wish to be there? God damn it, Christchurch again. Speaking of Christchurch, how bad have the Crusaders been going tonight? I mean, not tonight, this season. DJ Shack says it's Hudson Young's 100th first-class match for the Raiders, so congratulations to him. I contemplated putting him in my try-scorer multi. I really did feel like this needed a fourth leg, and that fourth leg was going to be Hudson Young, so let's keep an eye on that. As this match is underway, Friday night footy is underway, big doubleheader. This game, of course, followed up by the Roosters Rabbitohs grudge match. It should be an exciting night. Warriors with first use of the ball, and Fanua Blake very nearly bursts upfield. Nearly got through some feeble defense. This is the true test for the Raiders. They're currently sitting on top of the table. I certainly didn't see that happening, even though it's only after 2 rounds and 2 easy opponents. And they've done it by just playing mistake-free footy. Are they going to be able to play mistake-free footy for a 3rd week in a row? Let's find out. Sean Johnson puts it high. Everyone stands back and watches it. And it's tapped over the sideline by the Warriors. Xavier Savage wanted no part of that high ball, though. Mr. Ed's dead. Ahoy, mate. Go, Warriors, go. Oh, I tipped the Raiders for you tonight, Mr. Ed's dead. I set up that account for you in the tipping comp, and I've just been putting in the underdogs every game. And just so you're aware, we've only got 2 right so far. Down the short side from dummy half goes Levi. Oh, and then he's crunched. He's lifted. Got to be careful there. Oh, the Warriors are your team. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, Mr. Ed. I'm going to have to remember. Underdogs, except for the Warriors. That's my bad, mate. I owe you a point. When the Warriors win this game, and I've gone and tipped the Raiders for you, I owe you one. I'll have to change one of the tips to a favourite to compensate. 5th and last for the Raiders. They're on the attack. 20 out from the line. Fogarty puts it high. Well taken at the back from Taupiki. Kent C. straight. Ahoy, mate. But the Raiders, they've completed their first set. They have been completing extremely high in all their games, and that's where they've ended up coming through. Any multis? I've got a few bets on. Muppet. Once we get a break in play, I'll jump over to the other screen so I can show you some of the other bets that I put on over the course of a weekend. But for this game, we've got DWZ, Xavier Savage, and Montoya. Anytime try. Nice kick straight down the middle of the field there by SJ. Taken on the fall by Rapana, but he's driven backwards in the tackle. Both teams look like they're up for this one. Matches between these two teams are generally close, aren't they? Especially in recent years. A lot of games have gone right down to the 79th minute. And if that happens again, you'd have to say maybe advantage Warriors, because they're not going to let what happened last week happen again, you would think. Morgan Smithies takes that up. He sounds like a really fine wine. What are you drinking tonight, mate? Oh, the Morgan Smithies? Ah, yep. Yep. Good batch. Good batch. There is Hudson Young, the milestone man. On the fifth and last, Fogarty puts it high. Well positioned again. Fogarty puts the ball a few meters out from the try line every single time. But a push in the back and a penalty now for the home team. And that will get them out of territory and upfield. But yes, it's about the Raiders. Fogarty. Vobsy, ahoy there, mate. Sorry, I completely missed that message. Vobsy reckons the Raiders win. Warriors may take a few weeks to recover from last week. Well, that's a fair point. G. Ransfield says Raiders 13 plus. Tiara Falwasa wouldn't mind placing a bet. Placing a bet on what would you go for, Tiara? What would your bet of choice be? As the Warriors now approach the halfway line. No, he's dropped it in the play the ball, the great big goof. Freddie Lussick. He's not happy about it. Oh, it's Jackson Ford, sorry. Apologies to Freddie Lussick. Mitchell Vela Sport, ahoy, mate. Owen. 0-1. Up the wires. Oh, that was a very bad play from Jackson Ford. Actually, I think that is a very definition of a milk attempt. And it was a milk attempt gone wrong. The referee didn't buy it. And the Raiders have the first real attacking opportunity here. Off from the scrum. They switch sides. They go down the short side. Now they're inside the 40. Raiders on the attack. 30 out from the line. Tackle 2. Tarpany takes it into contact. Just settles things down in front of the post. Third tackle now. They're 20 out. The Raiders. Here's a chance. Papa Leahy with the inside ball. Breaking through 2 tackles is Fogarty. Of all people, Jamal Fogarty. Short side play. Cutout pass to Smithies. And Smithies loses it. Smithies has been drinking himself. And he spills the ball in a drunken rage. DJ Shack says clear explanation from referee Liam Kennedy. Must have balance. Absolutely. It was very well explained by the referee in that play the ball drama. The knee crumbler asks if I think Mal Meninga could make a comeback. A comeback to what? Playing? He'd have to be... He certainly wouldn't be an 80-minute player in his current age, of course. And just in the modern game. Chickens, ahoy, mate. I actually think a lot of the older generation, even if you took them in their prime and put them in today's game, a lot of them would struggle. They'd struggle with the pace and the fitness of the game. I mean, can you honestly imagine Fatty Vaughton running around, even Fatty in his prime, running around for a full game? Oh, nice play here. A nice interchange of passes, and the Warriors are through. Ford just needed to pass it. Jackson Ford had Luke Metcalf outside him unmarked, and it was going to be a try under the post. A penalty for holding down. And surely if that's a penalty, it's got to be 10 in the bin. But it isn't. Oh, Jackson Ford, what a goof. They have just gone and butchered a try there. Dan Jam, ahoy, mate. A lovely wraparound from Sean Johnson. Very simple play. A wraparound is the simplest of simple plays. in any form of rugby, and it opened up a huge, concerning gap in midfield for the Raiders. Jackson Ford just needed to look left and pass it, and it was try time. Straight through now goes Fanua Blake, and Aiden Fanua Blake will score. Fanua Blake with the first try, and the Warriors, much like round one, an electric start. Fanua Blake is in one of my multis as well, by the way. Not the one I've got on screen. This always happens. Every single time this happens. The one that I choose not to put on screen because it's way too elaborate. I've got a 6-legger. Warriors to win, Fanua Blake, Montoya, Rapana, Savage, and Wateni Zalesniak. It was just way too many legs to set up on the screen in the time that I had available. He's a try-scoring machine, Fanua Blake. Jimmy Lister, ahoy mate. Completely unmarked, DJ Shack. Chickens says, I never miss your streams. Thank you, Chickens. Kind words there. Hang on, let me get a cheeky little... I like to have a nice little collection of kind words in the chat room. Chickens, your prediction is Warriors 38, Raiders 6. I think that's a pretty good prediction. Jim for Ave, ahoy mate. Nice to see you again, Jim. Up the Warriors. And I'll tell you what, Jim. I'll tell you what I love more than anything else is you've called them the Warriors. I love that. Because they're the bloody Warriors, aren't they? They are the Warriors. I don't know where this WAS thing came from. Conversion successful from who should have been the first try scorer. Vincent Saunders, ahoy, up the Warriors. Luke Metcalf should have been the first try scorer. I tell you what, how dirty would you be? How utterly dirty would you be if you had Luke Metcalf as first try scorer in your betting? ASVP Gronk, ahoy mate. Boost asks, did we score? If we are the Warriors, then yes. Adam Fanua Blake, right beside the post. 6-0 it is. Warriors now with the ball from the kickoff and got their tails up. Test of character, a test of grit for Ricky's Green Goblins here. They've not been in this position before, I don't believe, so far this year. Oh, Fanua Blake doing some ball handling out the back, and it almost opens up again this time for Curtis Capewell. Meters at will here for the Warriors, up towards halfway on tackle 4. Good set of 6 this. Harris runs the decoy. They go to Fanua Blake, 5th and last. 40 out from the Raiders line. Sean Johnson puts it high. Pressure on this kick chase as well. Rapana's under it. Takes it well. Does really well there. Good job there, Jordan Rapana. Jimmy Lister says, Dan, it's my birthday on Tuesday. If the Warriors win, best present coming this year. Well, I am cheering on the Warriors, and yes, happy birthday for Tuesday, Jimmy Lister. If you're still there at halftime, we'll do a proper future birthday thing. Nice run here from Rapana. The Raiders just trying to get some momentum back. He's tackled on tackle 5 halfway. Fogarty gets the kick. It's another goodie. Oh, it's another good kick. Fogarty, what were you doing to a picky? Tuapiki standing in field, reaches over the sideline to try and catch the ball. And he falls over, catches it on his knees and slips and falls over. And here is a golden opportunity for the Raiders to strike straight back. Tuapiki, it wasn't even from inside the 40, I don't believe. He had no need to do that. And the Raiders have got the Warriors stretched a little thin on the short side, but they go open. And a penalty to the Raiders. They get a penalty. Will they take the 2? They don't. They tap and go very quickly. It's going from bad to worse here for the Warriors. Tackle 1. 10 metres out. The Raiders could hit straight back. Papali'i on the crash ball. Nothing doing there. Well defended. Smithies, flat pass to Hudson Young, the milestone man. And it was flat. It was more than flat. It was forward. And the Warriors survive. But not through their own doing. Jim Fave says AFB is a mean machine. I always have him in a multi. I did not have him on the one on screen. But I do have a tick on that multi. I just need now the Warriors. This is a good one to win too, because this will be worth $1,020. Warriors to win. Montoya, Rapana, Savage, Wateni Zelezniak. I reckon that one could be on. It could be on. And if that one's on, it means this one on the screen's on as well. For Noah Blake in midfield. He is slotting in a lot tonight in that first and second receiver role. And again, the Warriors go over halfway. Harris out the back to Metcalf, to RTS. They've created some space down that edge a couple of times. This time, the Raiders shut it down. 5th and last, Johnson, high ball in midfield. Pressure on Rapana at the back. Does extremely well to take it as he's falling. Great job from Rapana. Again, he's very secure under the high ball, Jordan Rapana. At fullback, anyway. He was pretty terrible on the wing, wasn't he? UFC, ahoy, mate. Driving them backwards now in defense. A 3-man tackle. And they're keeping Ricky's Green Goblins pinned down here. 10 out from their own line. Tackle 4 now. That's a good leg drive. But again, 3 Warriors get in there and drive the Raiders backwards. 4th tackle, and they're still not up to their own 20-meter line. This is a huge set of 6 defensively from the Warriors. 5th and last, 25 out. Fogarty needs a huge kick here. Oh, and by God, he comes up with it. Taken on the fall, though, from Wateni Zelezniak. Eyes up his options. Tries to run on the outside. That was a great kick under the circumstances. Fantastic kick from Fogarty. And now the Raiders. Papali'i leading the way and putting in some big defense. Montoya takes it over halfway for the Warriors. Tackles up the sleeve. Harris out the back to Johnson. Taupiki steps inside. Almost goes through Taupiki. That was close. 4th now. Johnson has it in midfield. Crash ball for Tohu Harris. And that's the 5th and last. Viking Axe, ahoy, mate. 5th and last. 20 out from the line. Sean Johnson's on this short side. Puts it high. Pressure on Rapana again. Rapana does well once more. Kanye Ketchup says up the Raiders. Lots of Raiders fans here. Lots of Warriors fans as well, though. It's going to be a lively chat room today, I think. Oh, Chickens, it was your birthday yesterday. Happy birthday for yesterday, mate. Papali'i on a big charge, trying to... I tipped the Warriors, yes, of course. 5th and last, Raiders. I can't remember the last time they were out of their own territory. Fogarty puts another huge kick in. Zelezniak takes it on the fall. But Fogarty, every time the Raiders are under the pump defensively, Fogarty puts a huge kick in. UFC was talking about this before the game, saying Fogarty has an extremely underrated kicking game. And we're seeing that tonight. As here comes big, bad Bunty Afoa. His hair flapping behind him. as he comes onto the field. Big Bad Bunty, the Triple B. Two of us are Sheck with a good run there on the tackle 4. Fifth and last now. Metcalf takes over the kicking duties from Sean Johnson this time. It falls kindly for the Warriors, and Fanua Blake's going to get a double here. Oh, he's so close. What a tackle from Xavier Savage, of all people. Fanua Blake had the line wide open. He just needed to put the head down and run. And he's hurt himself here. Fanua Blake, this would be bad news. It went to the wrong player. Sean Johnson was there. It went to Fanua Blake. Xavier Savage with an incredible tackle on a much larger man. And we've got to keep an eye on Fanua Blake. He's not healthy. Retreating away from that one. Oh, the Warriors. They've left a couple of tries out there already. The Raiders hold on. 6-0. 18 minutes gone in this one. But again, struggling to get out of their own end. Tackle 4, just over the 40. Yes, and this is a good move from Ricky Stewart. Zach Hoskin warming up on the sideline. I couldn't understand it. Hoskin's been the Raiders' best player by a long margin. And he started on the bench. And the Raiders have just struggled to get any sort of go forward or momentum. No surprise to see him now warming up on the sideline, getting ready to come on. Fifth and last. The kick taken on the full by Montoya. Oh, somebody's fallen in midfield, which has opened up a gap for Taupiki. It closes up quickly enough, though. They're looking threatening, though, the Warriors. Every single touch. Looking very threatening. Tackle 3. Up to the 40. Two of us are Sheck with another carry. And he's up to the halfway line on tackle 4. The Warriors winning the territory battle at the moment. Metcalf steps his way through. Tackle 5. They're back 40 out from the Raiders line. And they can keep them pinned down again. Johnson, high ball, will put Rapana under pressure once more. An attempted escort there. And now Rapana loses it out the back. Savage is there to clean up. And a great tackle from Bunty Afoa. Savage was almost away there. A mistake nearly turned into gold for the Raiders. Xavier Savage there to save the day. To save Jordan Rapana's hide. The mistake has finally been made. A lot of hands on hips there or hands on knees. Players on haunches from the Raiders. They've had to do a lot of defense. Starting to show signs of wear and tear. There's Hoskin on the field. He's driven backwards in a statement tackle by RTS. And it's the fifth and last on halfway again. They go short side to Fogarty. Fogarty, this one's a little off the side of the boot. Not his best kick of the night. And Taupiki has it at the back. Tiara asks, what's the score prediction? I think Warriors 38-12. Let's see how I go. Short side play here for the Warriors. Berry beats one. Tries to twist away from Hudson Young. Can't do it. But some good meters there from the Warriors. Witeni Zalesniak takes it up to halfway. Tackle 4. The cutout Bunty Afoa on the decoy. Now through the hands out to the left. Johnson to Metcalf. To Tuivasa-Sheck. Space out wide. Down that edge again. Fifth and last. Warriors. 30 out from the Raiders line. They race up on Metcalf. They race up on Johnson. Johnson steps 2. Gets the kick away. Great work there from SJ. And it's a great kick as well. Savage takes it and surrenders. 5 out from his own line. But they're inside the 10. The Warriors inside the 10, and a very relieving penalty this for Ricky's Green Goblins. They've defended well, they've survived. The Warriors have butchered a couple of dead set certs. And now a penalty will get the Raiders upfield. The knee crumbler said, man, Sean Johnson could rock through a minefield. How he was not put down there, I will never know. How he stayed alive and still got the kick away. And the kick was pinpoint accurate as well. Unbelievable stuff. The Raiders, for the first time in a long while, have an early tackle count inside Warriors territory. Hoskin with some great leg drive and post-contact meters. He needed to start, Hoskin. He really did. He's been their best player by a long, long margin. And the fact that he was starting on the bench, incredible. Short side they go. Rapana to the line. Flat pass almost puts Hoskin through a gap. Well defended by RTS. Fifth and last, Fogarty. Another pinpoint accurate kick. Perfectly placed right on the goal line. And they'll get a result here. The Warriors. 7 tackle set. Rocco Berry jumping from inside the goal line. And now a quick tap from Watenis Lesniak, and he's away upfield. Beats 1, beats 2. He's brought down in a try-saving tackle from Rapana. But it's the 0 tackle, and they're on the Canberra Raiders 40-metre line. Warriors, front foot ball, numbers to burn out to the left. Tavanga, he's on the field. He takes his first hit up. Game of Mel, ahoy there. Banti Afoa charges into the line, well chopped down in a perfect legs tackle from Hoskin. 15 out from the line. Metcalf runs to the line. Flat pass there to Jackson Ford. Ford is tackled on tackle 4, a metre out. Metcalf again, out to Harris. Out the back to Johnson. Taupiki in the line. Berry just needs to draw and pass. Fabulous tackle by, who was that out there? Ethan Strange. Fifth and last. The kick is a little bit too deep, is it? Oh, and it's juggled by Rapana, and he takes it. The Raiders have held on again, and now Rapana's away up to halfway, almost. Oh, frantic pace. James, ahoy, mate. The game has just gone from end to end. The Raiders have held on. Credit where credit is due. The Raiders are doing extremely well to hold on here, but I'll tell you what, it's all they're doing. They're only just holding on. But the longer that they just hold on, the more panic we might start to see slip into the Warriors game. As the Raiders are down trying to milk more high contact penalties. Speaking of high contact, did everyone get a look at those photos of Reece Walsh this morning? Holy hell. Jeez. Anyway, I think the Raiders should stop trying to play for penalties and just get on with the game. And that's what we've done at last. Tackle 4. They're 30 out from the line. The Raiders, what a statement it would be if they square things up here. Hoskin looks threatening every single time. Michelle, ahoy. Fifth and last for the Raiders. Fogarty. Another perfectly placed kick from Fogarty. Pressure on Rocco Berry. And this will be a penalty for an escort. That was pretty clear, I've got to say, from the Warriors there. Pretty blatant escorting penalty. Blake, ahoy, mate. He's shaking his head, SJ, but it was pretty clear. Tackle 1 now. Raiders in front of the post. Bloody KO's acting up again. Wendy, thank you very much for the sub. Levi goes from dummy half. Centimeters close Tackle 3. Rapana slots into dummy half. Fogarty gets it on the bounce. Fires it across to Hopewade. Hopewade is caught by 2 and put to ground. 10 out from the line on tackle 4. Big open side to the right here for the Raiders. Strange has it. Young in midfield. Tackle 5. 10 out. In midfield, they go right. Fogarty's waiting there. Kicks back towards the left. It was well read at the back there by Taupiki. Taupiki was all over that play. And the Warriors come away with it. Some expansive play from inside their own 10 here, the Warriors. And a big don't argue from Martelo Montoya. Puts Fogarty on his butt. Brings it out to the 20 on tackle 3. Tavanga picked up and dumped in a 3-man tackle. James says they should blame Walsh's defined cheekbones, not me. 5th and last. Johnson from inside the 40. Gets a good connection on this, but it's straight down the middle of the field. Tapped down by Rapana. And he's got support back there to bring the ball up. Kotrick beats 1. And the Raiders will start this set just outside their own 20. Good field position. Geez. No time for dinner, James. I had a burrito for lunch. A nice big bad burrito. Up over halfway again they go, the Raiders. Good shape out to the left here. Dummying and going on his own is Strange. Leaves the ball behind him. It's kicked backwards from the Raiders. Is it 6 more? It is 6 more tackles. It was touched by the Warriors. Huge opportunity now for Canberra. Hopewade takes tackle 1. Running it back towards the post. Salo, don't know who that is. From dummy half goes Levi. Nobody to pass to, so it hits the ground, and it's back with Salo. So he unexpectedly gets his second hit up of the set. Tackle 3 here, 10 out in front of the post, the Raiders. They go left to Fogarty. Hudson Young's got it, beats the first tackle, Young. Strange is there in support. A gap opens up for Ethan Strange. He reaches out, he plants it down, and the Raiders out of nowhere are back. They had absolutely no right to score that, and it's gone up as no try, so maybe they didn't. How he even got that close, I will never know. Taupiki's there. You're allowed to strip the ball to prevent a try. And he's lost it, Ethan Strange. He has lost the ball. Oh, geez, that angle looks like he scored it. So we've got one angle where he's clearly dropped it. We've got another angle that looks like he scored it. This is going to be an interesting TMO call. That angle shows that he's dropped it. All right, we've got 2 angles that suggest he's lost it. We've got 1 angle that suggests he scored it. What's this angle say? Here's another angle. This could be the deciding angle. That's the angle that says he's clearly lost it forwards. I wouldn't want to be making the call here, to be honest. He has lost the ball, yes, so. Camera angle number 1 wins. It is no try. It remains 6-0, and the Warriors have held on, but that should be a massive wake-up call for the Warriors. Massive. Very nearly a try. They won't be too happy with this, in all honesty. They have dominated this half. The fact that they're only ahead by 6. This has kind of got that feeling about it of that Sharks game in round 1, where the Warriors just dominated, only led by 12. The Sharks would have been the more content of the two teams going into the sheds, and they ended up holding on and having a pretty good win at the back end there, the Sharks. It's got that very similar feel about it. Kurt Capewell has, it's a forward pass from dummy half. You can't believe it. The Warriors, why do they do this to themselves? This is the Warriors of old. They should not be this bad. Oh, it's blatantly forward as well. Freddie Lussick. Oh dear, this is not good signs for the Warriors. The Raiders will have a scrum down in midfield, 25 out. Over on the left here is Savage, tries to step through, is crunched by Watene Zalesniak. That's a huge hit, and he's letting him know about it as well. Young back in midfield, go the Raiders. Young's taken down on tackle 2. 15 out. Levi, inside pass to Gula. Gula's taken 10 out. Third tackle now for the Raiders. Levi to Fogarty. Good shape here out the back to Rapana. Now they must score. Draw and pass from Timoko. No, he does it on his own, Matthew Timoko. Straight over the top of some feeble Warriors defense. The Warriors, victims of their own demise here, it's got to be said. Error after error, keeping the Raiders down on the attack. They've actually got a very poor record at Christchurch, apparently, the Warriors. Which was something we didn't consider, or something I didn't consider, that they're playing in Christchurch. 6 points to 4, kick to come. I saw something about it. I can't find it again. But yes, I did read something about that. They've got a horror record at Christchurch, apparently, the Warriors. Montoya was bumped off. Tuivasa Sheck was beaten. Timoko. Unexpected. Six points to 4. Kick to come here from Fogarty from out wide. Be interesting to see what the Raiders are completing at, because they haven't had a whole lot of ball. Moves in and strikes at Fogarty. Pushes it past the far upright. 6 points to 4 it remains. But the Raiders, they've hit back. Getting on a plane is just so inconvenient. Home games should all be at Mount Smart. Well, I can understand they're trying to grow the game. They're trying to extend the reach. I completely understand what they're trying to do. But yes, I don't understand it. Like, growing the game is one thing, but if you've got a home field, use it. Use it to your advantage. Obviously, a lot of factors come into play. A lot of factors. But the Raiders, a lot of enthusiasm suddenly in those tired legs. They were all down on their haunches moments ago. That try has just elevated them. A new lease of life. A kick on tackle 4. Looking for a 40-20. Fogarty tapped back from Taupiki. It was a great kick from Fogarty once again, though. Fogarty is just kicking them to death at the moment. Witeni Zelezniak. This game has just completely swung on its head, despite the fact the Warriors are still leading. They should have been ahead by so much more. They butchered a try early. They scored their try, then they butchered another one later on. They could easily have been up 18-0, and you'd be wondering if there was a way back for the Raiders. Instead, the Raiders, despite trailing by 2, are just ahead at the moment on points. Not actual points. I mean points as if this were a boxing match. They've got all the momentum in their favour. They're landing the punches. Hamish McKenzie, ahoy mate. Hamish says you can now drink mayonnaise. I don't know why you would want to, but interesting point nonetheless. The Warriors suddenly look like a team that's just trying to hold on until the break. Tackle for the Raiders. 14 from 17 completions. Okay, so it's not been the Raiders' greatest completion rate effort. Oh, Stardew Valley you're talking about. And that's not Fogarty's best kick, but it does put pressure under Montoya. He stands firm and takes the ball. But the Warriors looking very, very flat. They can't afford another mistake here with 4.5 to go until half-time. Big run here from Mitchell Barnett. They just need something here, the Warriors. Something. Oh, they're going to try and milk a penalty? Well, that would help. He gets up and plays the ball. Good man. Harris out the back of shape to Johnson. To Metcalf, who dummies and goes through. Well tackled by Fogarty. 5th and last for the Warriors. Johnson. That was better. The kick is high. No pressure on Rapana at the back. But he is wrapped up 10 out. And held for tackle 1. That was better from the Warriors. Good shape out to the left. Metcalf nearly ghosted his way through. 3.5 minutes to go until the halftime break. And the Warriors put in a big hit. And now the error from the Raiders. The error has come. And the Warriors have their chance. Oh, it's not been called. The referee has missed 2 mistakes there. The referee has missed the knock-on in the play of the ball. And the wild part, he's missed this blatant knock-on in the play of the ball. There is no way the player had control over that. Oh, they get away with murder there, Ricky's Green Goblins. Fogarty from inside the 40 again. Doesn't get the right angle this time. And Taupiki brings it back. 35 out. Although he's driven backwards in a 3-man tackle. So he's back to the 30 where he caught the ball. Hamish says, my sister got 15K from the government. I'm still waiting on mine, but if I do, 4K is getting a PC and the rest is towards a car and fitting a couch in the back seat. Good man. Good man. Nice run there from Witeni Zelezniak. They're up over halfway. Front foot ball again here for the Warriors. Tavanga bursts through 1. Johnson runs to the line. Over to the left where Jackson Ford waits. 5th and last for the Warriors. Metcalf, 20 out in midfield. Puts the crossfield kick in. Oh, moving forward and taking it extremely well there. Albert Hopawate. And the Raiders survive, but that was a lot better from the Warriors the past couple of sets of 6. Two minutes to go till the break. Six points to 4 in a low-scoring game. Unders was looking very good. And then at halftime, we can have a look at the other multis that I've got going on for this weekend. A minute and a half, the Warriors will get one last crack before the break. Taupiki brings it back towards halfway. So they will get a full set of 6 here, the Warriors. Can they make something happen? Montoya. Oh, what a backbreaker it would be if they scored before halftime. Tuivasa-Sheck into contact. 40 out from the line. They've raced through 3 tackles here. Harris in midfield to Johnson. Flat pass is spilled. It's left to be picked up for the Raiders. And they will have last say in the first half after Curtis Capewell leaves the ball behind him. Through the hands, and Xavier Savage out on the wing. No space to work with. Just takes the 0 tackle. 30 seconds to go. They'll get through a few tackles here. Oh, what a hit there from Tavanga. The Raiders. Gula bumps off one. Do they take a 2-point field goal here, the Raiders, to square it up? They're setting up. Short side play, Strange. Cut out pass to Hopewade, who is dumped by Watene Zelezniak, and he spills the ball. And that is a huge end defensively to the first half. What a hit from Watene Zelezniak. Big defense. 6 points to 4 at halftime. I didn't expect it to be this close. 6-4, Hopewade still down. Well, he was absolutely crunched. Yeah, so this is interesting. I thought I don't really have these on display anywhere normally throughout the course of a weekend, but I did want to show these. So we've got a couple of multis that are going to last the entire weekend. So I like to do these ones, the closest to me. I don't know if they're really visible enough to be able to read them, but that one closest to me, you can see it's 10 legs of goodness, where I've just gone head-to-head, the NRL and Super Rugby combined. So that's a nice little one. And I've also done a try-scorer multi that goes across the select games for the rest of the weekend. And that'll be a good one. That'll be a nice $1,000.20 payout. How is the Super Rugby looking? Dan Jam, good question. Let's have a look. The Hurricanes, which is the first leg of my 10-leg head-to-head multi. Hurricanes, 54. Rebels, 21. So that's looking like we're getting a tick nice and early on that one. I've got the Warriors head-to-head, which is looking a little bit shaky. So we've got Hurricane. I'll just run through them. I'll run through them quickly. So Hurricanes, Warriors, Brumbies, Roosters, Chiefs, Bulldogs, Blues, Cowboys, Sharks, and the Reds. So there you go. 10 legs, head-to-head. And that try-scorer multi, which also runs across the duration of most of the weekend. This will be a good one if it gets up. I'm really hoping this one... I'm really hoping this one comes up. The goods. So we've got Watene Zelezniak. Okay, so we still need a try in this game. So we've got Watene Zelezniak, Dominic Young, Ravalawa, Sione Katoa, and Xavier Coates. Anytime try scorers across multiple games. That's what I love about Sportsbet. You can do stuff like that. All right, Wasted World of Sports, half-time here, 6 points to 4. Looks like we've got a game on our hands. Credit where credit is due to the Raiders. They're doing the simple things right. They're defending well. They're completing well. Fogarty is kicking teams to death. So, you've got to give credit where credit is due. They are doing well at the moment. The Warriors, however, they're going through too many periods of just switching off. They look really good to start a game. They look really good in the middle, but they have these patches in between that. Sandwiched in between both halves is just this patch of awful. And that's what, if the other team defends well, like the Sharks did in round one, like the Storm did last week, and like the Raiders are doing today, if you defend well, just wait for your opportunities, because the Warriors are going to, apparently, invite you back into the contest. So they really need to tidy that up. Okay, I'm going to have myself a quick break, and we'll be back after this for the second half on the Wasted World of Sports. Carvey Bar, ahoy, mate. I'll be right back. Oh, and we've got to do birthday shout-outs. We're going to do birthdays when I get back. Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack. Ahoy! He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the Wasted World of Sports is.
All right. Wasted World of Sports, welcome back. Halftime here, 6 points to 4. A much closer game than I was certainly anticipating. I thought that the Warriors might run away with this, and they had their chance. They absolutely butchered a try right before halftime. Oh, well, not right before halftime, sorry. They butchered it very early on in the game. Luke Metcalf should have been first try scorer. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, though. That's the way it goes. And I feel like it's probably harsh to say they butchered a second one. Fanua Blake just didn't have the pace to get his double. He scored one. The line was wide open. And if only somebody else, pretty much anybody else, was standing there, it's a second try for the Warriors. It's your cousin's birthday today. Her name is Lily. All right, let's do birthday shout-outs. So who have we got to do? We've got Chickens whose birthday it was yesterday. We've got somebody's birthday is on Tuesday, and we've got Carvey Bar's cousin Lily, whose birthday it is today. UFC, it was your birthday last September. We probably said happy birthday back then. Maybe. James, we forgot yours. All right. I would like to do a very special birthday shout out specifically to the person I've forgotten. The person I've forgotten whose birthday is on Tuesday to Chickens, whose birthday was yesterday, to Lily, whose birthday is today, and to everybody else who's ever had a birthday ever, just in case we've forgotten it, so that you don't feel left out. A happy birthday. Happy birthday, everyone. To everyone who's ever had a birthday ever in the entirety of history, this is for you. Cheers. Now I need a new drink. So, I know I often talk about merchandise a lot and it never ends up coming into fruition. We're still waiting on those Wasted World of Sports the footy keychains. Bloody hell. 3 seasons, I still haven't got those done. But I thought, and I can't believe I haven't thought of this before, Wasted World of Sports, why do we not have shot glasses and drinking glasses and coasters and can holders? Makes perfect sense. Why is there not a Wasted World of Sports drinking range? Anyway, wasn't it just the other week that we were talking about 1,500 subscribers? I think it was. 1,500 subscribers we were celebrating. Well, we are right now, and a big thank you to everyone in the Wasted World of Sports YouTube community there for making this happen. 1,595 subscribers. So just the other week we were talking about, oh, we're nearly at 1,500. And suddenly, it was only a week or two ago, and suddenly we've gained a little bit of momentum over that period, and we've almost shot up another 100. So thank you very much. Cheers to the Wasted World of Sports YouTube community. A fantastic little community we've got there, I think. Around the grounds, the Hurricanes have belted the Rebels 54 points to 28, which is the first tick off my multi. That's tick number 1 off my head-to-head multi. The 10 legs of goodliness. That's what I want to hear. Now I need the Warriors to get up in this one. Apologies, Raiders supporters in the chat room. How's the points board messages looking? Oh yeah, the Wasted World of Sports leaderboard. Good question. I might bring that up in between the games. No, actually, we've still got time. We've still got time before the second half, don't we? Carvey Bar says, I'm in Sydney right now. Might be going to the game, or I might give it to my mum. She's a diehard fan for Roosters, so I might give it to her. James says, I have a 10-leg multi. You're up 5 already, 5 to go. Well, my 10-leg multi is 1 up at the moment. Hurricanes. Hurricanes with the win. I need the Warriors here. Now, what am I doing? Ah, yes. We want to have a look at the leaderboard. Wasted World of Sports VIP leaderboard. Okay, there we go. Log in with YouTube. You can see that I was prepared for this. As the teams are coming back out for the second half. 6 points to 4. I dare say, as much as I don't want it to be the case, I dare say that the Raiders will be the slightly happier of the two. Maybe not even slightly happier of the two teams. They might be hugely happier out of the two teams. What am I looking for? Ah, yeah, leaderboard. Wasted Water Sports leaderboard. If I can find it. Where do I even look for that? You'd think I should know. God damn it, I don't know. I don't know. I'll have a look. We'll go back to the original plan. I'll have a look in between streams. Second half underway. The Raiders will definitely be the happier of the two teams in the sheds. And they will get first use of the ball. And look at the wind-up from Swallow. James needs the Warriors, Roosters, Sharks, Manly, and the AFL tonight under 171 points. Well, I can't speak for the AFL. Big defense from the Warriors, driving them backwards. This is much how they started the first half defensively. Tackle 4 for the Raiders. 30 out from their own line. Gula. Sherelle Stevenson says, go the Warriors. Yes. Fifth and last, Fogarty puts another good kick in. High into the night sky. Pressure on the receipt, even though there's no kick chasers. But Taupiki does well. But they'll be starting this set just outside their own 20. Fogarty's boot is a really big difference maker in this Raiders team. They're just doing the basics, completing well, defending well, and then your Fogarty getting a good kick away at the end of every set. AFBOCC, ahoy mate, the AFL will go under. There you go. Because, yeah, 171 points, that's a lot, isn't it? 171 points in the AFL, what would that be? That would be the equivalent of like a 60... Would that be the equivalent of like a 60? Or am I exaggerating? Johnson gets the kick. It deflects off the Raiders. It's been touched, and the Warriors get a result here. Touched by the Raiders. And the Warriors will have a full set of 6 now, early, inside Raiders territory. 40 meters out from the line. Can they strike first in this second half? Can it please be with Tenny Zalesniak or Montoya? Oh, what happened there? Streamlabs is all over people again for putting dots in. I bet there's a full stop in here somewhere. Yes. Okay, Streamlabs, please stop thinking that anything with a dot is a link. God damn it. Penalty to the Warriors right out in front. Do they take the 2? No, I don't think they do. I'm a big advocate, as you know, for taking the 2. But I think this early in the second half, they've got to keep this momentum rolling. They need to make a statement. But I tell you what, they have to score. They've put themselves in a situation now they have to score. And Barnett takes it 2 meters out from the line on tackle 1. Johnson out the back to Taupiki. Oh, they must score here, the Warriors. The Raiders slide across in defense. Harris in midfield links up with Barnett. Tackle 4. 10 out from the line. Johnson cut out to Taupiki again. They're working that play well, but they hold firm. The Raiders. Jordan Rapana is just repelled away from that tackle in serious pain. Let's see what happened. Oh, he's copped a finger in the eye. Oh, well, mate, think yourself lucky. That was from a Hopawate. And if you're copping a finger from Hopawate, be grateful it was only in the eye. That's what I say. Fifth and last here, Warriors. 5 out from the line. Johnson with a great kick. It's a little bit too deep, though, actually. A little too deep, and it's taken on the full and racing up to take the quick tap. Here go the Raiders. Timoko. Great work from Tavanga. 0 tackle for the Raiders. 38. They've held on. That was a big moment. Remember this moment. They needed to score a try there. The Warriors. Tackle 3. Hudson Young's been very quiet tonight. Extremely quiet, yes? I'm glad I didn't put him in my try scorer multi like I was going to. Up over halfway go the Raiders. Rapana puts it through the hands to Timoko. Fires it onto Kotrick, but the Warriors slide across and shut it down. Tackle 4. They're on the attack here, though. The Raiders with numbers out to the left. Strange steps away from one. Taken down by Sean Johnson. Johnson gets some support. They put him on his back. Tackle 5. That looked threatening for a moment there. 30 out from the line. Fogarty. The kick. Not a lot of pressure on Telpicki at the back, but they've got them pinned down inside that 10-meter zone, which is the important thing there for the Raiders, with Tenny Selesniak with a good hit up. Getting ready to come onto the field there, Tom Ali. Jackson Ford into contact on 4. Trapped inside their own half here, this set, the Warriors. 5th and last, 40 out from their own line. Going to need a big kick. I did indeed, James. I did indeed. You can bet on players' fantasy points. Oh, we've got time off here. What's happened? Okay, Taupiki is off for an independent doctor, HIA. He's got to go. The independent doctor has stepped in, and Taupiki looks perplexed. Off for a HIA. Ahoy there. How do I say this? N-E. That little hustler. YT. Anyway, Taupiki's off for a HIA, and the Raiders have the ball. Tackle 2. 30 out from their own line. Gula. 1 out, crash ball. Up towards halfway they go. The Raiders. Fogarty. Through the line goes Ethan Strange. Oh, desperate lunging defense from Rocco Berry. Hudson Young down the short side. Taken in a 2-man tackle. Barnett and Johnson wrap him up. 5th and last. Fogarty. Not a good purchase on that one. It's gone high, but not a lot of distance. Rapana is there to take it, and then he is crushed in a 2-man tackle in midfield, and that will be a handover. Ollie is the best. It's your mum's birthday. Her name is Kim. Happy birthday, Kim. More birthdays. Jesus. Lots of birthdays this weekend, huh? I suppose it makes sense. There's a lot of people in the world. Chances are they've been born over the course of this weekend at some period of time. The Warriors now up over halfway, back into Raider territory. Harris, short pass, straight through the gaping hole goes Ale, with support outside from Barnett, and again, desperation defense from the Raiders. The Warriors are tackled, 2 out from the line. 5th and last. 6 more tackles. Oh, and he's dropped it. It'll be a penalty. 6 again. Penalty inside the 10. Playing advantage there, the referee. Tohu Harris linking up with Tom Ale, creating that gap. They've gone so close again here, the Warriors. Desperation defense. Desperation defense from the Raiders. And again, the Warriors, they get into space. They create those breaks. And there's no backs out there. There's no backs in support. 4 line breaks to 1. And it's always been a forward. Another 6 again. Fanua Blake wants a double. He's tackled. 2 out from the line. Just to the right of the post here. Johnson. Inside goes. Jackson forward. Still 2 out. Harris runs on his own. A show and go. Tackle 3. Just to the right of the uprights. 2 out from the line. Back to the left-hand edge. Johnson out the back of shape to Metcalf. Metcalf holds up the pass, and Montoya is shadowed into touch. And that's more huge defense from the Raiders. Oh, that is not wooden spoon defense right there. They just shadowed him perfectly. Ricky Stewart. He knows how to bring the best out of nobodies. Not as good as Wayne Bennett. Kavi Barr says, Waste of Water Sports, this is a fact. Around 385,000 babies are born each day. UFC says that's 385k too many. The world is overpopulated. It certainly is. The world is extremely overpopulated as it is right now. We need to slow down. Mel, ahoy there. Mel O. 5th and last. The Raiders get it back to halfway. Another completed set. And another good kick from Fogarty. My try scorers aren't looking too good tonight. Try scorers of any capacity not looking good tonight. A very low scoring contest. Witeni Zelezniak, he loves doing this. He loves getting up and holding his jaw. And then he closes his eye. Not like Reece Walsh closed eye, but he likes to get up and hold the jaw and try to milk the penalty. Milky Magoo. Tackle 3 for the Warriors. Good defense from the Raiders again, though. Up to halfway, Fanua Blake looking to get the offload away. He had the arm free, but there was no support. Smack bang on the halfway line. 5th and last. Johnson runs to the line, gets the kick away. Taken on the fall from Rapana. Oh, and he's taken high there from Witeni Zelezniak. Oh, he's been clotheslined by Witeni Zelezniak. DWZ trying to milk a high shot down the other end. Comes back and says, I'll show you a high shot. Inviting the Raiders out of their own territory. Oh, they're self-imploding at the moment, UFC. They are certainly not going to make it easy on themselves. Not a very good touch finder, though, from the Raiders. And they tackle 1 25 out from their own line. Hoskin with another good run. Oh, Zach Hoskin. Their best player by such a long margin. The Raiders are not 2 from 2 if Zach Hoskin doesn't play. I mean, look at the rabble that they were when they started this game and he was on the bench. It turned around for the Raiders when Hoskin came on the field. Tackle 4 here for the Raiders. They're over halfway. Smithies in midfield. Out the back to Rapana through the hands. That's knocked down by Montoya. And it'll be another set of 6 here for the Raiders. I hope not, Carvey. Carvey says, watch the next try for Warriors. It's going to be RTS. I just feel it. I hope not. I hope it's Wateni Zalesniak or Montoya. That's what I'm hoping for. I really thought that this would be a high-scoring game. Probably should have known better. Hoskin almost goes through. Oh, he's good. Zach Hoskin. Stolen away from the premiership-winning Penrith Panthers. And by his God, he's good. Hudson Young, who's been very quiet tonight. Tackle 3, 20 metres out. Inside ball here to Gula from Smithy. Morgan Smithies, the fine wine. Oh, up, racing up for the intercept and leaving the wing exposed for a simple try for Nick Kotrick. Marcelo Montoya, you great big goof. Montoya has come racing up out of the line looking for the intercept. He's overrun it by about 30 metres. And then it was just simple draw and pass. It happened in the blink of an eye. Montoya. I don't know what he was doing there, actually. I don't think he went for the intercept. I think he was racing up to put a big hit on. But he went for completely the wrong man. And then it's just simple draw and pass. The Warriors have just completely crapped the bed here. Completely. Sherelle Stevenson says, my family is at the game. Very cool. Oh, Montoya, what was he thinking? Jeez, that was a big moment there. Because the Raiders, they've defended extremely well, but they have not looked likely on attack. And then Montoya races up and says, here, have an overlap. Please have an overlap. Fogarty from the sideline. He's had a practice from this, pretty much this exact spot earlier in the first half. And this time it holds its line, and it's through. And the Raiders lead 10 points to 6. Carvey Barr says, yes, Reece Walsh was not allowed to get on a plane because of his injury. I shouldn't laugh, I suppose, but it is pretty funny. It is pretty funny still, but yeah, he couldn't get on the plane, so they had to drive him back to Brisbane. 10 points to 6 here. The Raiders leading the Warriors, 24 minutes to go. And that was just purely a poor defensive read by one player. More so than the Raiders actually doing anything. $10 points to 6. You know, it could have been 10-all if they took their penalty shots. See, always take the 2. It might not put you out beyond a score at the time, but you never know when you might need those 2 points. Another 40-20 on the brink there from Fogarty. It's rescued at the back by Montoya. Or Tuivasa-Sheck it is. Where's Montoya? Hopefully he's been hooked. Have they got anyone on the bench that can replace him? Geez, if I was the coach and somebody made such a horrendous defensive read, that would be it. They'd be hooked straight away. But then I'd be a pretty hardcore coach. Oh, Fanua Blake trying to ball play. It spills out the back. Now, miscommunication between Capewell and Metcalf, and the Raiders almost dive on the loose ball. Fifth and last. They're going backwards, the Warriors. Oh, the Raiders are well on top here. Well on top. The Warriors are falling over themselves now. Chickens says, would you rather lose 74-6 or 66-0? Yeah, you'd always take the points, wouldn't you? Even if the margin is slightly... Even if the margin is ever so slightly larger, you'd always take the score where you've got some points on the board, wouldn't you? Oh, pressure now on the Warriors. The Raiders have got it back, and the Raiders have scored under the posts. We've got a lot to look at here. We have got a lot to look at. It's gone up as no try. We need to see who touched this ball. Otherwise, that could be game, set, and match right under the post. Who was under that high ball? Rapana's gone up for it. Rapana has he touched it, Rapana? And if he has it gone backwards? It's gone up as no try, remember. So we need conclusive evidence to overturn this. Well, Rapana's touched it, but I would say that's gone backwards. So that would have gone backwards off Rapana. There is probably the touch. Tarpany. The touch will be from Tarpany, I would say. Pineapple, thank you very much for the sub. Here we go. Has Tarpany got fingers on this? Yes, yes he has. Yep, Tarpany's touched this. Oh, 1,599. Wasted World of Sports. This has gone up as no try, so remember, we need conclusive evidence. And the Warriors survive just by the hair of a bee's nut. The Warriors hold on. $10-6 it remains. The crowd comes to life on the back of that. They realize it was that close to being all over. Scrum down it will be. Warriors ball just holding on. Montoya now to Harris. Harris shuffles it on. Tackle 2 just outside their own 20 here. The Warriors a long way to go upfield. They need to just hold on to the ball, and there's plenty of time. I mean, there's 21 minutes left. Fanua Blake. He could be the man. Fanua Blake. Oh, Taupiki has failed his HIA. That's huge. I mean, that's a complete reshuffle for the Warriors. Losing Taupiki. Fifth and last, Johnson puts it high. Good kick chase here. Pressure on the kick receipt. Rapana does extremely well again. And the Raiders will start this set 10 out from their own line. Big defensive set needed from the Warriors here. They've just got to do the basics well. Complete. Stay down this end of the field and the chances will come. Carvey said there's a guy named Blaze Talagi for the Eels making his debut this weekend. Somebody's lost both boots. Oh, and it's opened up for Rapana. Rapana with the line break. But the Warriors converge and shut him down. Fifth and last. 40 metres out. Fogarty gets the kick away. Perfectly placed again. The chase is on Montoya as soon as he catches it. Fires a hospital pass across to Tuivasa Sheck, who does extremely well to push away from one. Oh, juggled from Watene Zelezniak. Oh, they're trying to kill us here, the Warriors. A penalty for up inside the 10. And the Warriors have just completely lost focus here. Watene Zelezniak seems to want to get into some biff, Cody Walker style. They just need to put the heads down and refocus here, the Warriors. They've got the penalty. They'll be starting this set of 6, 40 out from their own line. The Warriors, the panic is creeping in as we approach the last quarter of this game. Vanua Blake backs into the defense, draws in 3, tries to get the arm free. That's the third. Tohu Harris. Out the back to Johnson. Inside ball to Jackson Ford, who beats the first tackle but falls. Crowding the play the ball area there. The Raiders should have been a 6 again. Johnson with the cutout pass. Now they've got space. Watene Zelezniak cuts back in field for some reason and runs 50 metres across field and puts Luke Metcalf into a huge gap. Well, that's why he ran 20 metres across field with Watene Zelezniak, because he saw something on the field I couldn't see on TV, and that was the huge hole in midfield. I was thinking, what is Watene Zelezniak doing here? Cutting back in field and running 20 metres from the sideline to in front of the posts. Well, that's why. That's why. He saw it. He saw it. We couldn't see it on the TV. But the massive hole that opened up, and Metcalf, who should have been the first try scorer, he gets his try this time. Watene Zelezniak to Metcalf, right beside the post, and the Warriors about to reclaim the lead. Robert M, ahoy mate. I've tipped the Warriors, and I've got to say, I tipped the Warriors to win by about 30. Can't believe how close this game is. Well, as I said, I've got to give credit where credit is due. I said at the top of the stream, this will be the true indicator of where the Raiders are. And the Raiders are going a lot better than they should be on paper. Put it that way. I stand by it, and the bookmakers, I'm sure, will stand by it. I completely agreed with them. We had the Raiders absolutely nowhere at the start of the year. Just looking at their squad on paper, a very justifiable decision. But they're just doing the basics well and staying in the fight. They're not ever going to blow teams away. But if they defend like this, they can definitely jag a few victories throughout the year. C-Tar says, come on, New Zealand Warriors, let's get those points. Well, if you thought it was outrageous of me, UFC, you thought it was outrageous of every bookmaker in the country as well. And we can't all be outrageously wrong. There was a reason that they were picked so far down. But I guess should never have a lack of faith in Ricky Stewart, I suppose. "16 minutes to go, and now the Warriors are rolling. Rolling back upfield. Harris takes the fifth and last. They're 40 out from the Raiders line again. Metcalf with the kick. No pressure on the kick. Oh, there's no pressure on the kick receipt, but he's gone and dropped it anyway, Kotrick. And the Warriors have it 10 out from the line. There was no pressure on the kick chase at all. Kotrick has just dropped it cold. And here come the Warriors. Big lineup to the right. Tuivasa-Sheck goes straight through. Tuivasa-Sheck scores. RTS scores the try. You were off by one, Carvey. You were off by one try scorer. And the Warriors have just come to life. And the Raiders are suddenly looking like the Raiders I predicted they'd be. Out of nowhere. That's what I expected from the Raiders. Basic, error-riddled, weak defense. Tuivasa-Sheck beats 1, 2, 3 tackles. Oh, Jonah Lomu style. Tuivasa-Sheck, try confirmed. 1, 2, 3 tackles. Tuivasa-Sheck finally gets himself across the try line. 16 points to 10, kick to come. First try back in the NRL. Yes, I have thought that he's looked a little bit flat. Solid, but flat. RTS, as he's just finding his feet back in rugby league. But there he is. He's found his feet and then some. Do I cry when the Sharks lose, chickens? No, because I generally expect it to happen. Popsy says he looks better in a Roosters jersey. Metcalf with the conversion. Puts it through, and the Warriors lead by 8. Out of nowhere. The mistake from Kotrick. And how quickly a game can turn around. "13 minutes to go. I dare say that my multi's shot to pieces on the back of that. But if anybody can lose a game from this position, it's the Warriors of old anyway. Oh, Christ, you're so needy, James. No, he just goes for the Panthers instead. Happy? Are you a happy boy now, James? You cheeky bugger. I used to say something else, but I'm a bit cautious to say it. Does anyone remember in previous seasons I used to say a cheeky type of animal? Cheeky. I don't know if I can say that anymore. Certainly not at the moment. So I've had to change it up and say cheeky bugger, which just doesn't have the same ring to it. I can't wait for this Spencer Leniu thing to blow over so I can go back to saying what I used to say. 5th and last for the Warriors. The crowd has come to life. Johnson puts the ball high. No pressure at the back, and this time it's taken by Rapana, showing Kotrick how it's done. And suddenly the Warriors look like a brand new team. Next try wins, says James. We used to play that on the schoolyard. Whenever the bell would ring. Next try wins. Hosking drilled in the tackle. So if they're keeping Hosking quiet, that's the key to beating Canberra, I reckon. Hosking's been a standout player. coming over from the Penrith Panthers, premiership winner. Fifth and last, the Raiders are suddenly in quicksand. And now Fogarty's kick coming off the side of the boot. And the Warriors, they've gone up. They've gone up a gear. Onto the field comes Harris Tavita. 11 and a half minutes to go. Warriors up by 8. Oh, what did I say? 38-12. So, it could still happen. 3 quick tries, and I'll be pretty close. It almost opens up again for the Warriors here. Fifth and last, though. 20 out from the Raiders' line. Quick play the ball. Blindside play. A little grubber kick through from Sean Johnson is well taken by Rapiner at the back, putting his body on the line. Army rolling across the turf to take it. But they are under the pump here, the Raiders. A true test of character here for Ricky's Green Goblins. Wasted World of Sports, you should stream the Tim Zoo fight on March 30th. I really struggle with boxing, to be honest, Carvey. I mean, I really struggle with boxing. I've really gotten into the UFC, but I struggle with boxing. I just can't get into it. Through the hands now go the Raiders, almost through the gap, but support from Rapiner. Rapiner spills it. It was another fantastic run from Timoko. Calling for the error here. The Raiders screaming for the error. How am I watching the footy? On the TV? On Fox Sports? I had a lot of fun streaming that UFC. What was it? UFC 299? James says Lomax is signed with the Eels. I'm going to look this up. And if you're lying, all right. Johnson puts it high. Wateni Zalesniak has it. Flick pass around the back is red. And the Raiders come away with it. News not good for want-away winger Lomax at Dragons. Can you say Jordan Rapana? Why? He doesn't have the ball yet. Sitar says, so who wins? I know. I went on there and there was nothing about it, James. You cheeky. Sod. Now, what was I on about? Who wins? Who wins? Wasted Water Sports. The Warriors surely hold on here. 8.5 minutes to go. Fanua Blake off the field for a very well-deserved rest. The ironic thing, James, is I figured it was a lie, so I was going to ignore it on purpose for once, rather than just naturally not seeing it. That's the irony of it all. Oh, head clash. That should be a penalty and a send-off. That should be a... Hudson Young has failed his duty of care and has not bent for the tackle, and this should be a penalty and a send-off against Hudson Young. The precedence has been set. Precedence was set last night. Hudson Young has made no attempt to bend into the tackle here. He's got the duty of care. So they say. The duty to bend. Challenge successful by the Warriors. It had to be. The precedent's just been set. The penalty is for a one-on-one strip. But that should be a send-off for the... that should be a send-off for the high contact, the head clash. They just make up the rules as they go along, though. Hey. But the Warriors have the ball back in Raiders territory. Johnson organising the troops. Barnett now on the hit-up tackle for. They could put this game to bed here, the Warriors. Harris in midfield. Dummies goes on his own. It's read by the Raiders defence. Johnson kicks into the end goal. They've let it bounce and then Rapinoe boots it over the dead ball line. Result for the Warriors. Low carb VB, and it's so good. Are you telling Porky Pies again, James? Oh, taken out of the air there, the Warriors defender. And it's a penalty. They're going to challenge it, the Raiders. The Raiders challenge. The Warriors taken out in the air. From the goal line dropout, Harris Tavita was taken out. Oh, he's clearly taken him out. This is 6 minutes to go, so you may as well challenge it, but it's a waste of a challenge. Rapinoe's just mistimed his run here. And that is very dangerous. Very dangerous indeed. That was very nearly a broken neck for Harris Tavita. Oh, no penalty. This is going to be a successful challenge to the Raiders. Can you believe it? You just can't keep up, can you? You cannot keep up. Under certain officials, that's a penalty. And then everybody's jumping up and down and complaining about the game going soft. And then a different official, a different ruling. You can't keep up. And if anyone can lip read, Harris Tavita just said, this is BS. Earthing, that's the name of the thing. Yeah, Vopsy earthing. Earthing. Freddie Fittler did it to the Blues when he first took over. Six minutes to go in this contest. Surely the Warriors hold on, but I don't know. I just don't know. I haven't looked yet, James, no. By the way, I wasn't questioning that you're actually drinking it. I'm questioning that it's any good. The ball spills forward. The Raiders lose it. And they're going to Captain's Challenge again. Why not with 5.5 minutes to go? Sydney FC 77 says, who will win next game? I'll bet $500. Gamble responsibly, folks. Gamble responsibly. Another successful Captain's Challenge here for the Raiders. And they will get the ball back again. 5.5 minutes to go. It will make it very interesting if the Raiders score here. I am leaning towards the Roosters myself. I think the Roosters should have enough firepower across the park in a close game. It'll be a very nervy, close game, but I reckon Roosters win. Who's the ref in the next game? Ooh. There's a question. The referee for Roosters Rabbitohs is Ashley Klein. Big defense in midfield here. The Warriors, they just need to hold on this set. 20 out from the line here, the Raiders in midfield. Tarpany to Fogarty. Cut out pass to Kotrick, who slips and loses the ball behind him. They recollect it here. Timoko's got it. And it's been knocked on. Will they challenge this one, the Raiders? They're on a roll with the Captain's Challenge. Oh, they're going to win this one too, the Raiders. It was knocked out by the Warrior. They are on a roll with the Captain's Challenges here, Canberra. Roosters will only win $260 on a $500 bet. Yeah, that is absolutely not worth it. Well, they're very heavy favourites with the bookmakers. The Roosters. And finally, the Raiders' Captain's Challenge streak comes to an end. Bobsy says, it's close to Easter. The Rabbits will get blessed by the ref. That's how it works. 4.5 minutes to go in this one. 18 points to 10. The Warriors holding on to a slender lead. They have the scrum down 20 metres out from their own line. Witeni Zalesniak with the hit up off the scrum. It's absolutely not worth it, Sydney, for such a low payout. You'd be much better off making it a multi. Pick a couple of games over the weekend. Jake, Ryan, Fanning, Ahoy there. Who is going to win? There's 4 minutes to go. The Raiders have the ball. A scrum down, 20 out from the Warriors line. They must score off this set of 6, I feel. If the Raiders score off this set of 6, it's anybody's game. But the Warriors have the edge at the moment. They've just got to hold on, really. This set of 6, if they get the ball back, they can wind the clock down and the Raiders will just run out of time. So this is a very crucial set of 6. As, nearly through goes Papali'i. Tackle 3, 10 out. 6 again. Oh, that's not good news for the Warriors. Hosking on the crash ball. 6 again for the Raiders. They're 5 out from the line. 3.5 minutes to go. Fogarty in midfield. Out the back to Tarpany, who forces the pass. Tarpany forces the pass, and the Warriors dive on the loose ball. And now the Warriors can just wind down the clock. The Raiders will not have time left now to score 2 tries. That was their chance early in the tackle count. Tarpany pushing the pass. A high-risk offload. Comes up with the mistake. And the Warriors win now, surely. 2 minutes 50 to go. Tackle 4. Harris. One-on-one strip and the Raiders have it back. But they're out of time now, the Raiders. They needed to score off that last set of 6. 2.5 minutes to go. They're 30 out from the line. 18 points to 10. Starling from dummy half. He's caught by Big Bad Bunty. And again, Rapana, dummy half run. Starling backing up. Nowhere to go. Switch of direction. And he's taken 10 out on tackle 3. Or tackle 4, sorry. 2 minutes left. Papali'i backs into the defense. Tackle 5. This is it. This is it. The match for the Raiders here. Starling puts the grubber kick in. They're offside there, the Warriors. They're offside. It's accidental offside. The Raiders will get the ball back, but they're out of time. The clock continues to wind. 1 minute 40 left on the clock. They pretty much have to score off this play, the Raiders. They have to score off tackle 1. They have to knock back the conversion and take the kickoff. Here they go. Scrum down. Over to the left. And a grubber kick is well read at the back by Tuivasa-Sheck, and that's the game. Warriors win. 1.5 minutes to go. And the Warriors have won when all looked lost. They looked like they were out on their feet. The Warriors, and they found a way to just lift long enough. Get back-to-back tries and steal the lead. And they've not given it up since. 18 points to 10. The Raiders defended extremely well, but they just didn't offer anything on attack. Especially at the back end there where it counted. And New Zealand have won. Inside the last minute. 5th and last, Johnson puts it along the ground. And the Raiders have the ball back again, but no time. No time left. Rapana is wrapped up. 30 seconds to go. Big defense in midfield. The Warriors, they don't want to give up another try. 26 seconds left. They can just wind this down. And that's tick number 2 off the multi. We got the Hurricanes. We've now got the Warriors as the Raiders send the ball wide. A kick back into midfield. Taken by Johnson. Oh, they're going to have a run here, the Warriors. Witini Zelezniak takes them on. And he's wrapped up. 18 points to 10. The Warriors with the win. And Ricky's Green Goblins have been brought back down to earth. But they put up a fight. Credit to them. They put up an absolute fight. They're just defending well. And Fogarty's kicking well. Hoskin has got to start. That's a big lesson for Ricky Stewart there. Taking your best forward and putting him on the bench. Your best player. Not just forwards. Your best player, period. And having him on the bench. It allowed the Warriors to get off to an electric start. And they were under the pump early, the Raiders. But they defended extremely well. They held on for as long as they could. The Warriors get the win. So, we've got Hurricanes defeated the Rebels. Tick. We've now got the Warriors defeating the Raiders. Tick. So that's the first 2. Has Super Rugby started? Brumbies. Have the Brumbies begun their match? Am I in line for a 3rd tick there? Let's have a look. Brumbies and Pacifica are 7-all. 7-all early in that one. The Brumbies versus Moana Pacifica in Super Rugby. But that'll be another tick. All right, Wasted World of Sports. Thank you very much. Wasted World of Sports community. 1,601 subscribers. We got through that 100 very quickly. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to set up for the next game. It's going to be right here. We're staying live Roosters, Rabbitohs coming up next, right after this break on the Wasted Water Sports. Stay tuned for the second of a big doubleheader. Warriors getting the victory over the Raiders in Game 1. We'll be right back.
Sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Wasted.
Good Lord. Welcome back, Wasted World of Sports. Roosters versus the Rabbitohs coming up. J. Joe, ahoy, mate. Vopsy, you're betting your life savings on the Sharks. Jack Whiten's first game tonight for the Rabbitohs. That'll be interesting to see. I need my team sheet. Got to get my team list up here. Oh, that's an interesting little statistic. Ashley Klein was the referee for Sin Bin Sunday. Who remembers Sin Bin Sunday? Oh, Jack Whiten with a huge smile on his face. He's a happy camper. I'm just going to switch the camera off a moment. Still here, though. Roosters will thrash the Rabbits, says James. I didn't get a chance to put a multi down on this one. Fridays are just so difficult for me with work and everything. I finish work, I jump straight into that first game. I've still got time. Hang on. JWH is still making his grand entrance. I've actually got time. I could put a sneaky one on. Let's go. Chat room, quickly. Fire at me. What are we going to put on? Same game multi for this one. Let's go. Let's go. We can stop ourselves from getting frustrated. Cody Walker can't. JWH leading the team out onto the field. Queen Melissa Ord says Raiders. Manu, anytime try scorer. I like it. I like it. What have we got in the point scorer market? Player point scored. Here we go. Latrell Mitchell, point scored. Latrell Mitchell to score 4+ points. Nah, not worth it. It's only $1.19. Okay, try scorers. Try scorer markets. Manu, I like. Anytime try scorer. Dom Young, I like Dom Young. And Alex Johnston. Eh? All right, that'll do. That's odds of $11.50. That's all right. Confirm bet, confirm bet. Ah! I don't think I got it in on time. Just missed out by like a second. Just missed out by 1 second. Oh, and we've got the first mistake of the game, have we? It's blown up already. The very first hit up. And there's a mistake. We've got a captain's challenge here. Imagine a dropped ball on tackle 1. Lindsay Collins. This would be the goofiest of goofs. Challenge is successful. Oh, heart attack stuff there from the Roosters, though. And it's a penalty. So instead of the dropped ball, mistake in front of the post, Rabbitohs on the attack. A penalty for an illegal steal. What a challenge that is. For the Roosters. For the Rooster. Successful challenge off the hook. Well, not really off the hook when the right call's been made, but you know what I mean. Big defense. Cheese looks completely disinterested in this contest. Collins holds on to the ball this time. On halfway here, Victor the Inflictor, big hit up. 4th tackle, Roosters 40 out from the Rabbitohs line. Tedesco in at first receiver. That's not where he needs to be. Teddy even acknowledged it himself last season. Back to Walker on the 5th and last, puts it high. How's the chase? It's good. Pressure on AJ at the back. 2 meters out from their own line here, the Rabbitohs. Wouldn't it be something if they come up with an error? Geez, probably scared, do you reckon, Vopsy? Big defense here from the Roosters, driving the Rabbitohs back. And we got to see way too much. Way too much there of Tane Milne's budgie smugglers. More than we ever needed to know right there. They have they done that on purpose? They've put on the 30-meter line. They have done it on purpose because it's at both ends. They have actually painted onto the 30-meter line 300. Obviously because of what's his face, but Oh, sorry. Is that not ridiculous? The Brumbies going around the grounds in Super Rugby. The Brumbies have opened up a lead on Moana Pacifica. 20 points to 7 they lead now. And that is the third leg of our multi there. We need that one to come through. Cheese from dummy half. Oh, he looks a bit more lively now, the Cheese. It just took him a few minutes to warm up, you know, Brendan Smith. That's what it is. Took him a few minutes. He's into it now. Fifth and last. Sandon Smith puts it high. Oh, they've let it bounce, and it bounces back for the Rabbitohs. The Roosters will get the ball. The Roosters will have the ball here and the first real attacking opportunity. I wasn't throwing shade at JWH UFC. I just think it's a stupid idea to turn the 30-metre line into a 300-metre line just because of the occasion. Put something on the field somewhere for him if you want, but I just think that's stupid. Dominic Young scores in the corner. A simple draw and pass. Dominic Young in the corner, and that would have been a leg off our multi. I missed out on getting the multi on by 1 second. And that was just as easy as you like from the scrum. It was a training drill there from the Roosters. Simple wraparound from Tedesco. And they failed to number up there, the Rabbitohs. Just basic stuff. You could see Tedesco lurking behind the scrum. Keep an eye on Tedesco there. He was over on the open side, and he just smoothly moves himself around to the other side of the scrum to create that extra man. And from that point on, it was just simple draw and pass. The Rabbitohs' defensive line doesn't react. And that was just a training drill. Dominic Young, he just walked over in the corner, basically. That was very, very easy. Geez, what are the odds of Souths getting the wooden spoon this year? Ashley Klein awards the try. Sam Walker about 15 to the right of the post. It's hooking back around. It hooks straight through the middle. And the Roosters lead 6 points to 0 after 5.5 minutes. A perfect start for the Rooster. That was just a little bit too easy, I've got to say. Concern early for the defense out on that edge for the Rabbitohs. Jeez. Scott Falcon, ahoy there. New signing, White and jamming in, leaving a 2-on-1. And a training run for the Roosters there. Lindsay Collins with the hit up from the kickoff. Gets the offload away to Tupou. Tupou takes it 15, 20 metres more upfield. Cheese has lost interest again. Oh, picked up and dumped in the tackle there, Victor Radley. Kelly Edwards, ahoy! The offload to Tedesco. Oh, Tedesco's copped a big shot there from Cameron Murray. Perfectly legal. Walker with the inside line to Manu. Tackle 4 on halfway. Roosters looking good. Slick hands. Cheese bursts out of dummy half. Thought he spotted a gap. Fifth and last. Roosters 35 out. Walker gets the kick away. Not a lot of pressure on the kick chase. Oh, perfectly timed, was it? No, says the referee. Just a little bit too early there, Swalihi. This game is threatening to blow up, isn't it? A lot of animosity, a lot of feeling out there. And he just got it wrong by millimetres, Swalihi. Yeah, fair enough. Millimetres in it there, Swalihi. Tane Milne No, Wong isn't playing. He got dropped. Yeah, that was kind of a big talking point in a lot of the podcasts that I listened to. That was a huge talking point amongst them that Wong got dropped. I don't think anybody made that joke either, Vopsy. Oh, tell me about it, Sydney FC. I missed out on getting the bet down by 1 second. 1 second. Through the hands now. The Rabbitohs. Can they strike back? Latrell runs it up over halfway. Put down by Sam Walker. Totola on tackle 4. Rabbitohs in attacking range. Hawkins to Walker. Walker to Host. Not really offering any threat there. The Rabbitohs getting in each other's way at dummy half. It's the 5th and last, and it's forward from dummy half. Weak finish to the set there from the Rabbitohs. Roosters ball. 10 out from their own line. Leading 6 points to 0. Rabbitohs look really flat. %72% territory to the Roosters early in this game. Cheese goes down the short side. And there is the milestone man, JWH. Quick play the ball. Tedesco in midfield. Dummies goes on his own. 5th and last. They're back in Rabbitohs territory. Walker on the right-hand edge puts it high. Perfectly placed kick. Johnston was trying to get a foot back into the end goal. And it's a long way back upfield again here for the Rabbitohs. Oh, that's poor work there from Tupanua. As Damien Cook, he's on the bike. Getting himself warmed up 10 minutes in. In this game, lots of niggle, lots of feeling out there. Could blow up. We're not allowed to see fights anymore, of course, but still, you can get some pretty intense collar grabbing. Oh, Cameron Murray offloads to JWH. He thought he had support, but he didn't. Tried to hold up the pass, but it was too late, and it's intercepted from Hargraves. Tedesco dances around in midfield. They're back up to halfway, the Roosters. Murray just couldn't resist the urge to pass. Tackle 3, 40 out from the line. Nat Butcher into contact on tackle 4. Looking good here, the Roosters. Sandon Smith out the back to Tedesco. Good shape here to the left. Swally, he steps inside 1. Is wrapped up in a 3-man tackle. The sliding defensive Souths works out that time. Smith, Sandon with the crossfield kick. Pressure here. They've let it bounce, the Rabbitohs, and have to tap it dead. Oh, risky stuff. Why would you stand there and let the ball bounce a metre out from your own try line? Stupidity at its highest level there. Jack Whiten looking a little bit clueless at centre, it must be said. Obviously, he's played centre at Origin level really, really piss poorly, mind you, but he's done it. Latrell Mitchell with the goal line dropout, and it's tapped down by Tupou and falls for the Rabbitohs. A result there for Souths. Can they do something with it now? Latrell beats 1, is wrapped up by JWH. Tupou was just a little too heavy with that tap down with his foot. I've never seen anything like that before. Tupou, too heavy-footed there. It required just a gentle touch. Gentle. Tapper, tapper, tapper. Now racing up off the line is Swalihi to put pressure on, and that was dangerous if the Rabbitohs could have released that ball. Fifth and last, they've only gained 17 metres. They're offering very little in attack here at the moment, Souths. Dominic Young now with a risky offload. Tupou gets it on the bounce and they've got space. Swalihi down the left-hand edge. Pops it back to Tedesco, who spills it cold. Tedesco. Of all people, Teddy Tedesco. They were lighting it up there, the Roosters. Very expansive play. They've got confidence out the wazoo at the moment. Lindsay Collins is the... What the hell just happened? Lindsay Collins is the best forward in the game right now. Dan, your thoughts? Nah. You'll never get me to give that much credit to a Queenslander, ever. Never, I say, never. Scott Falcon says Swalihi probably thought it was a back, not a front rower chasing. J. Joe says Tedesco, thumbs down. It's going to be an interesting call for Origin fullback this year. Cameron Murray now. They've got shape out to the right, the Rabbitohs. This looks better. Walker. Tuss. Fifth and last. They're close now, the Rabbitohs. 5 out. Hawkins with the kick. It's a little too heavy, and it's an easy take for Manu. 7 tackle set. Manu, just runs straight over the top of Mawale. 0 tackle there. Roosters. Tedesco steps through. He's up over halfway. Tackle 1. And they're well and truly getting into the danger zone here. Tupanua takes tackle 3. They're 40 out. Warrior Hargraves puts the head down. Who had stem cell rejuvenation? Tedesco? Victor Radley, risky offload, but there is Collins. Cut out pass now to Dom Young. Gets on the outside of Johnson. Runs straight over the top of him, actually. Tackle 4. They're 2 meters out now. The Roosters. A kick from Walker. It's touched again. And kicked through from Sam Walker. Sammy Walker with a solo effort. Mistakes galore from the Rabbitohs. And this is another try here for the Roosters. 10 points to 0, kick to come. An individual effort there from Sam Walker. He puts the kick through on tackle 4. I thought it was the wrong option. Ricochet off Cameron Murray. He gets the boot to it again, and it beats Latrell. Lazy effort from Latrell at the back. It's got to be said. Again, Latrell, he's there. He's got the ball covered, Latrell. And he just throws himself at it. He is a terrible, terrible defensive fullback, Latrell Mitchell. He's not a fullback at all, actually, in all honesty. But anyway, what a great try from Sam Walker. 10 points to 0. Kick to come from right beside the post. And the Roosters dominating here. DJ Shack says, glad I tipped the Roosters. Yeah, I'd kind of been torn on this game all week, but I fell on the side of the Roosters. And I'm glad I did as well. Do I not believe you about what, James? 12 points to 0 as that conversion is successful. The Roosters flying high here. Teddy stem cell. Oh, probably. I just, didn't. I don't know. Would you have liked a different reaction than the one I gave? Would you like me to have been more enthusiastic? Teddy had stem cell rejuvenation. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's interesting, James. That's fantastic news. I'm an asshole. No, I believed you, James. I mean, you've lied once already tonight, but I had no reason to disbelieve you about it. Oh, Brandon Smith, the cheese with a good run, and they're back on the attack again. It's all right, DJ Shaq. Just James and I having a little brotherly set to. Tackle 3 here. The Rabbitohs stuck in quicksand down their own end of the field. But it seems like a thing that professional athletes would do these days. Stem cell rejuvenation. They probably fly to America and have it done. And there's cheaper options in China, but you come back all messed up. Speaking of Tedesco, Scott Falcon says, yeah, it's common now. Yep, it's a new age we live in, that's for sure. Gibson Porter, ahoy there. One boy in roster. Oh, Dominic Young in his lovely pink boots puts the head down and charges. Oh, okay, I see where you're going with this now, James. You can't see the difference between blood doping and stem cell. Are they similar things? I honestly don't know enough about it to... Yeah, I don't know enough about it to have an opinion on that, as this kick travels a little bit too far. Just a little bit too far. Oh, we will see a captain's challenge here, I think, from the Rabbitohs. It'll be reviewed. They don't need the captain's challenge. I thought the kick had gone just a little bit too far, and it has. It has hit the line. Just a little bit too heavy there, that kick. It was so close, though. Damien Cook's on. Davey Moali's come off. That's an interesting substitution. Moali is off. Cook on. Moali's a prop. So why have they replaced a prop with Damien Cook? That's an interesting one. Havili was playing hooker. So Havili will switch out. Oh, jeez. What an interesting starting lineup from the Rabbitohs. As Swalihi nearly gets an intercept. He's tapped it down. He has saved an overlap, but it'll be 6 more tackles as we get a nice high shot of the stadium there. That's a good-looking shot. That's fantastic. That is a beautiful-looking shot. I want to skip back, and looks like there's a lot of people turned out for this one as well. I want to get a nice photo of that high shot there. That was a fabulous-looking scene. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's going to make a nice Wasted Water Sports behind-the-scenes photograph, that one. As the Rabbitohs come away with it. They've got a chance to attack here. Fabulous-looking stadium. That was a beautiful, beautiful high shot. The crowd, packed stadium, 10 metres out here on tackle 3. Rabbitohs, they go to the right. Hawkins to Cody Walker, inside pass to Tass. Tass has caught a metre short, or 2, on tackle 4. The player's gone up a gear since Damien Cook's on the field. 6 more tackles, Cameron Murray, a metre short. A full set of 6 now for the Roosters to hold on. They race up quickly. Cody Walker puts the grubber kick in, and it's covered by Tupou and tapped dead. They've gone up a gear since Damien Cook's come on. Honestly, what an interesting... I got so confused when I saw that Davey Moali got substituted by Damien Cook. And it made me really look closely as the Roosters go short with this dropout, and Cameron Murray takes it perfectly in the face of a lot of pressure. So they had Havili as the starting hooker. Havili, the starting hooker. Jimmy Lister says, Tohu Harris got me 112 fantasy points. Oh, very nice. Cook goes on a dart on his own, a metre short here. Another 6 again. More defence from the Roosters incoming. Tedesco was offside there, ever so slightly. Walker runs across the face of post. Inside ball to Kalamatangi. Kalamatangi beats 2, gets the offload away. Hawkins now to host. Good defence here. The Roosters just holding on. And knocked on. Jacob Host has knocked it on. Oh, you couldn't believe it. The Roosters' defence holds firm. The Rabbitohs come up with the mistake. That's incredible. Just rushing the play of the ball there, Host. Let's get an update around the grounds on how my multi's going. Brumbies leading Moana Pacifica 29 points to 14. The Brumbies are the third leg in my 10-leg multi. We've already got the Hurricanes. We've already got the Warriors. We've got the Roosters in this one. Are they offering me any sort of cash out just yet? They're offering me $11.50 cash out. How generous of them. It's all right. I wasn't going to cash out anyway. We are letting that one ride to the end. What else do I need? Okay, so we've got, as I said, we've got Hurricanes. We've got Warriors. Brumbies are leading quite comfortably at the moment. Roosters are leading quite comfortably at the moment. And then I need the Chiefs to beat the Highlanders, the Bulldogs to beat the Titans, the Blues to beat the Crusaders, the Cowboys to beat the Dragons, the Sharks to beat the Tigers, and the Reds to beat the Force. Fifth and last, Walker inside Rabbitohs territory just puts the ball high. They've let it bounce again. And it's been knocked on. Don't tell me that was Tedesco again. No, it wasn't. It was Sandon Smith. Sandon Smith couldn't hold on to it. The Rabbitohs again just standing back and watching the high ball. Nobody wants any piece of it. Don't fear the high ball. Cameron Murray dummies and then is crushed in a tackle from JWH. Caught from the blind side. He absolutely folded him in half. What a hit. DJ Shack says that's very concerning from Souths. That they just keep letting the ball bounce. I can't believe it. Fifth and last, Rabbitohs. Hawkins puts it high. Pressure on Dom Young. Does well. Holds onto it. Whiten falls over the top of him. 14 and a half minutes to go. The Roosters leading 12 points to 0. As this game has just gone into a little bit of a feeling out process. Souths were in this situation 2 years ago, says James. Oh, the offload to Tedesco. Tedesco beats 1. Is wrapped up. And brought down. Who's that there? Kepi puts him down. A kick from inside the 40 on tackle 4. It's in behind Alex Johnston. They've let it bounce again. And it bounces towards Dom Young. Oh, that was nearly chaos from the Rabbitohs. They've got to catch these high balls. That one nearly burnt them. One more bounce towards Dom Young, and the Roosters had them 3-on-1. Scott Falcon says, I always judge players by how they contest high ball. All confidence, and South's backs are showing no confidence. Quick play the ball here, though. Oh, and spilt the ball. Cody Walker loses it. Cody Walker loses the ball, and that is going to fire up Cody Walker. And as we know, a fired-up Cody Walker is not necessarily a good thing if you're a South Sydney supporter. Six errors in the game. Souths, what's going on? I honestly thought they'd be better this year. Not a premiership threat by any stretch of the imagination, but now I'm thinking they may not even make the 8. They could be contesting mid-table. Yes, James, I'll take those odds. $2.40 is a great value bet for Cody Walker to go to the sin bin at some point. And there he is, getting involved in tackles very aggressively. Cody, the offload from Collins, I believe it was, to Victor Radley. And the Rabbitohs are under the pump again defensively here. Tedesco, double pump to Dominic Young in space. Huge space, one to beat, inside pass, Sam Walker gets a double. Sammy Walker gets a double. The Roosters extend their lead, and they are just killing the Rabbitohs down this edge of the field. And interestingly enough, is this Jack Whiten's defensive edge? Because remember, he got found out at centre at origin level a lot. And it is Jack Whiten's edge. No idea defensively there. Jack Whiten falls over his own feet. And Dominic Young, a simple draw and pass right on the chest of Sam Walker. The double pump from Tedesco, though, over the top. Perfect. Perfect. And it was all just a training drill at that point. The Roosters, they are on fire here. Absolutely killing the Rabbitohs down that. The Roosters' right-hand edge in attack. The Rabbitohs' left-hand defensive edge. Very, very fragile out there with Jack Whiten. This is the problem that the Rabbitohs have, I think. Well, first of all, it was a huge blunder to start with Havili as the hooker and Damien Cook on the bench. I mean, that was confusing to begin with. But the big problem that they have, the Rabbitohs, in my opinion, Latrell Mitchell is playing fullback. He's not a fullback. Jack Whiten's now playing centre. He's not a centre. They've got guys out of position in key positions. I think that's a big part of it. Latrell might want to play fullback, and he might want fullback money, but at some point, he's got to realise he's not a fullback. Sam Walker converts his own try. It's the Sam Walker show at the moment. 18 points to 0. Pure domination it's been at the moment. After Jack Whiten fell over and was out of the defense, out of the cover defense, Alex Johnston had a decision to make, and his decision was to race in and go for the big hit. Blake, welcome back. South Sydney under the pump here. 10 minutes to go until the break. James says, do you think Roosters cover the -4.5? Looking very likely at the moment. They might cover 40.5 at the rate this is going. Connor Watson's on. Tedesco goes on another run. Impressive meters. Tupanua up over halfway again. Another big set, 54 meters gained off it. The Roosters. Walker on halfway, puts it high. No pressure on the kick chase. Taken by Johnston. Johnston puts the foot down, nearly goes through. Latrell running across field, looking for a gap to open up. It doesn't happen. He's put down. Butcher, Walker, and Collins. 3-man tackle. Up to halfway now, the Rabbitohs. Murray in midfield, passes to nobody. It sits up, though, for Milne. But you can't get any fluency or go forward with passes like that. Cook from dummy half. Thought he spotted a gap. Makes some good meters, though. 5th and last. Rabbitohs, 40 out. Hawkins puts the kick up. Tedesco moves forward, takes it. Looks up, sums up his options. Taken 20 out from their own line here. The Roosters, 8.5 to go till the halftime break. They're well on top, dominating this contest so far. And if it continues going down this path, questions will seriously need to be asked. Will Jason Demetriou be in trouble? We always talk about every year who's going to be the first coach under pressure. Will it be JD? Collins backing into the defense, dragging 4 players with him. Solid as always, Lindsay Collins. Now through the hands again, Swalihi. It was well read by Milne this time. Well, there's actually talks of Wayne Bennett's off contract, you know. Uncle Wayne's off contract. There's whispers. There is whispers, James. Little voices in the background trying to lure him back. Whether or not he would go, probably not. But yeah, well, if it's an immediate sacking, you're pretty much saying we're writing this year off, and you just put a temporary coach in. What's the word for the fill-in coach? Fifth and last. The kick along the ground bounces awkwardly for Tedesco at the back. Dominic Young beats one. Interim, thank you, UFC. UFC is my wordsmith. Corrects me when I'm wrong. Gives me the words that I need that I can't find in my stupid drunken brain. We've got a good crew out there in the chat room. We've got our stats men. We've got our wordsmiths. Tedesco almost putting Sandon Smith through a big gap. Walker fires it across to Manu. Manu tries to put the step on. 5th and last. Roosters on the attack again. 6 to go till halftime. Walker puts it high. Mitchell moves forward, takes it well. Latrell screaming at the referee. Latrell and Cody are constantly screaming at the referee now. That's not good signs for Souths. When Latrell and Cody are more focused on yelling at the referee and telling him how to do his job, this could really seriously open up. Sam Berger as South's coach wouldn't be too bad. James says, what am I, Dan? You're my conspiracy theory pal. Oh, Kalamatangi goes through. Gets the flick pass back. Tass dummies. Goes on his own and is caught. The cutout pass puts Cody Walker into a hole and he spills the ball. Half a gap, I should say. Yes, in a very good way, UFC. James is... James is... Oh, what is it that Jesse Ventura says? I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Oh, geez, I wish I could remember. But there's something Jesse Ventura says, and I'm like, that's fantastic. But it's along the lines of that. It's along the lines of what James is saying. It's not a conspiracy when it's true. Yeah, James is like the James is the shit stirring brother, but not in an aggressive way. Just he'll kick and scream in the chat room and poke fun. Penalty here too. The Roosters. Yeah, but seriously, Sam Burgess as filling coach wouldn't be a bad thing. Can he do it though? And I mean, like, contract-wise, because didn't he leave? Or am I thinking of a different Burgess? Because I know that there's Burgesses everywhere. Every corner you turn, they're like the Trebojeviches. But yeah, he's left, hasn't he, and contracted over in Super League. Otherwise, probably would have been the obvious option. $18 to 0 here. Dan Jam says, I'll just stay quiet. We're not talking about the World Club Challenge again, Dan Jam. It's all right. We're not talking about how an English official, very specifically from the Wigan area, was officiating the Wigan game in the World Club Challenge. We're not talking about that this time. We're just talking about conspiracies in general. So there you go. Dan James says Sam Burgess got a contract with Warrington for next season, but was forced out. Oh, really? Wait, forced out? Oh, forced out of Souths this year. Yeah. That's it. That's exactly right. I'm with you. I'm caught up. I'm all caught up. 2 minutes to go till the halftime break in what has been a disappointing first half effort from the Rabbitohs. But having said that, sometimes you can only play as well as the opposition allows, and the Roosters have been on fire as Lindsay Collins goes off for a very well-earned rest. And Nafa'u White onto the field. Walker through the hands to Latrell, and it's all very flat here from the Rabbitohs. Whiten falls, gets the offload away to Alex Johnston, but just all extremely flat. Nothing doing here from the Rabbitohs. They need a bit of luck. Oh, is that their piece of luck? Dom Young spills the ball, and they get a penalty for the offside. Is that their luck turning around here with a minute and a half to go till halftime? I was literally just saying it. Could this be the turning point to get them back into the contest? Take the two, Cody. Take the two. I really wish I could do the Super League games, Dan Jam. I really do. I'm still trying to find somewhere to actually watch them here in Australia. Watch them live. I mean, I would love to do some of the English Super League games. Inside the last minute now before the break, and the Rabbitohs on the attack. And they've forced a mistake. The Roosters' defence have forced the error from Sean Keppie. 18 to 0 it's going to be at halftime. A solid effort, a huge effort from the Roosters here in this first half. DJ Shack, we did see Sandon Smith earlier pull away from a tackle, favoring one of his arms. Turns out a wrist injury. Sandon Smith is clutching at a wrist. DJ Shack will keep us informed. As that is halftime, they're not even going to worry about packing the scrum. Halftime, 18 points to nil. Pure domination here from the Roosters in that first half. All right. Western Water Sports, 18 points to nil here. The Roosters, a very dominant display. They are looking so good. Did I really messed that up quite badly. Reed Nichols, ahoy mate. Saturday, tomorrow, rugby, NRL, yes. James says look up Operation Popeye. Here's one we definitely can't talk about, but I should start a Discord thread all about this. I really should. There should be a thread on our Wasted Water Sports Discord server dedicated to these topics. Because one we definitely can't talk about on stream is the whole Pizzagate thing. We can't get into that at all. I mean, I'm probably flagged just by having said those words. There'll be audio detected, and it'll raise a flag. Anyways, Westwater Sports halftime here, 18 points to nil. The Roosters, dominant display over the Rabbitohs. I'm going to have myself a very quick break. We'll be right back for the second half and hopefully a better contest. The Rabbitohs need to get their heads in the game. So we'll see if they can do it right after this. All right, around the grounds update here on this 10-leg multi. Let's update you all. So we've got 10 legs here. We got the Hurricanes. We got the Warriors. The Brumbies are currently leading Moana Pacifica 43 points to 14, so that one's looking good. And of course, we've got the Roosters over the Rabbitohs here, which is part of it as well. 18 points to 0 at halftime. That's looking pretty bloody good as well. So that 10-leg multi looks like, I don't want to jinx it because there's still 40 minutes left in this one, but it looks like definitely going 3 legs up, potentially 4 legs up, almost halfway there. Chiefs and the Highlanders coming up tomorrow. The only one I'm really on the fence about, but I had to include it because it increased the price so much, but that Bulldogs-Titans game, that's the one I'm on the fence about, because the Titans, you would expect, will not be so horrendously bad as they were in round 1. And the Bulldogs are yet to really put it together at all. So we're starting to see some positive signs from the Bulldogs. So who knows? Hopefully at home against an abysmal Titans team. Hopefully. But that's the only one I'm really concerned about. Blues and Crusaders. The Crusaders have been awful. I guess the Dragons and Cowboys isn't really set in stone either. If the Cowboys play like they did in the first half the other week, that one could be in trouble. If the Dragons play like they did in round 1. So there's a couple there that could still swing either way. But it's looking good at the moment. And the other one, which is the try scorer multi, is over because we had Watene Zelezniak. So that one's done and dusted already. We got Dominic Young in that one, but Watene Zelezniak went and lost it. But I got a bet return on that. I got a $10 bonus bet return on that one, so that's all good. But that one's non-existent anymore. The try scorer multi across multiple games this weekend. Thanks to DWZ. He set one up, couldn't score one on his own. But yes, that 10-leg head-to-head one, that's looking really good. Very impressive at the moment. 18 points to 0 here. A very impressive first half from the Roosters. Dominant, to say the least. Oh, no, that's the other thing I was going to try and find, wasn't it? The Wasted Water Sports Stream Leaderboard. That's what we were going to look at. Connor Crowley, ahoy. This is the last match for tonight. Ivan Storm, ahoy, mate. This is the last match tonight, but we will be back tomorrow. Okay. I am trying to find out where... aha! I think I found it. I think I found it. Maybe. It shouldn't really be this difficult. UFC says, yes, I think I will have improved my position in the leaderboard. I think so too, UFC. You've been putting in the time, putting in the hard yards, my friend. Very much appreciate that. And James had such a huge lead. So he's probably still up there, but I dare say that you're closing in on him a little bit. If I can find the goddamn thing, honestly. Why is this not in an easier place to locate? Oh, there we go. Are you kidding me? They put it there? No wonder I couldn't find it. Jesus, I would have been looking for hours. Okay, so Jake Hume, ahoy there, mate. Okay, so James is still well out ahead. UFC right on his tail. DJ Shaq in third. Dan Jam in fourth. Vobsy in fifth. Remember, it was Vobsy dominant last season. Vobsy got all the swish videos. Carvey Bar, Mr. Ed's Dead, Gamer Mel, Muppet, Heel Fries, Robert M, and then Blake. I think that's our top 10. I might have actually gone beyond 10. I did. I went a couple beyond 10. And then Jimmy Lister, The Knee Crumbler, Dustin Fisher, Viking Axe, Resentful for Life, and Kent C. Straight, rounding out the first page. UFC, you're second, right behind James. James is in there, 33.33 hours. UFC, 17.08 hours. Very impressive. DJ Shaq, Dan Jam. Considering that Dan Jam is in a completely different time zone, Dan Jam's 10.42 hours is incredibly impressive. As the teams are back out now for the second half, will the Rabbitohs be able to turn it around? Play the theme music. Really? It seems inappropriate at this time. Yes, so the hours is pretty much just what the Streamlabs bot detects in terms of being active. And it only counts when I remember to put it on, which is not all the time, I must admit. Vincent Spears, Hometown Music. Don't know that he's got one yet. No pressure at all on Vincent Spears to come up with one. 18 points to nil at halftime. The Roosters have been very dominant so far, as there is Luke Keary looking on. He might be a bit concerned, Luke Keary. He might be thinking, oh God, I've lost my spot. No, he hasn't lost his spot. They'll definitely be back. I mean, he'll definitely be back. Second half is underway, and it's the Rabbitohs with first use of the ball. They've got a lot of work to do here in this second half. Victor Radley is very slow to get back up in back play, and they've spilt the ball on tackle one. That's not the start that South Sydney needed. And the Roosters now have a full set 20 metres out from the line. A minute, not even a minute's gone in the second half. And here are the Roosters on the attack. What is going wrong with the Rabbitohs? Now a risky offload. They'll lose some metres here. Big shot put on Tedesco. Tackle 3 on the 300-metre line. The Roosters, can they strike early? Walker tapped on to Dom Young. Cuts back in field. We saw this in the Warriors game. 20 metres across field, looking for a gap to open up. Dom Young brushes off 1, 2. He's still going, and he's finally put down. 5th and last. Short side play. Walker cuts back to the open side. The gaps are opening up everywhere here for the Roosters. Oh, they must score. If they get the arms free, the offload's a shocker. They get a kick away, and Manu will score a miracle try. Joey Manu scores the most miraculous try you will ever see. They had a 72-on-1 overlap to the right, the Roosters, but deciding to cut back in field, White gets the offload away. It goes to ground. Sandon Smith kicks the ball off the ground to Joey Manu out wide. That's the most incredible try I've ever seen. I thought White had done the wrong thing here, throwing it back. Smith kicks it. Manu, a miracle try. Dead set miracle. 22 points to 0. The Rabbitohs are shot. Oh, we were looking good on that multi. What was it that we tried to put on? Manu was definitely part of it. Dominic Young was definitely part of it. And I think Alex Johnston. We were going to get that one. We were getting that one. Damn it. Missed it by 1 second. Mind you, Alex Johnston, the Rabbitohs in general don't look like scoring a try tonight, let alone Alex Johnston, so it might not have paid out anyway. $22 points to 0. That is a great try, that one. Out of nowhere. I thought they'd blown it. Walker with another conversion. 24 points to 0. I know the Rabbitohs have been awful so far this season, but is this a statement performance from the Rooster? Jack Whiten again missing his assignment on defense. He's had a poor game, Jack Whiten. It was always going to be interesting to see how he goes at centre. Let's not write him off after one game, but it was always going to be interesting because he's not a centre. Talk about under the pump. Vobsy says... James says, I said Roosters will thrash them. Vobsy says, Roosters thrash most teams when they don't make 20-plus errors like last week. James gave a guaranteed same-game multi to Sydney FC 77. Back up to halfway. Getting the offload. Oh, they're still going here, the Roosters. 5th and last now. 45 out from the Rabbitohs line. Walker puts it high. Should be taken to the back here. Latrell runs across field. Goes on his own, Latrell. James says, I can't understand how the bookies had Roosters minus 4.5. Yeah, I thought it would have been, especially considering they were something like $1.60 favourites, which is relatively short priced. $1.60 favourites is not a 4.5 margin. But anyway, yeah, the Roosters were probably always covering that line. The kick goes down to Dom Young. He looks up. A sea of defences in front of him, but he takes them on still. Sir Matthew, ahoy, mate. Rabbitohs can do it. Go AJ. Kummels fly high. It is a long, long way back now for the Rabbits. 34 minutes to go. I mean, there's time. Don't get me wrong, but they just haven't looked likely at all. Radley shuffles it along to White. He's hard to put down. White fending off host, and Cody Walker takes the legs out to finally put him down. Manu tries to get through. Fifth and last for the Roosters. They're back up over halfway. Another 50-metre gain. Walker just puts the kick in. They don't have to do anything stupid here. The Roosters, 24-0. They can just control the field position, control the flow of this game. It's the Rabbitohs who have to try and make all the plays now. And there's a nice offload to Latrell. Oh, Latrell is crunched in midfield. What a hit from White. Rattling Latrell Mitchell. They're up for it, the Roosters. Oh, no. Sam Walker's gone down. Sam Walker's gone down, clutching at his head. Oh, no. This is not good signs. He went straight down and grabbed straight at his neck. Oh, Latrell got absolutely rocked by White there. That was a huge hit. But what's happened to Sam Walker here? Oh, he's copped an elbow. He's copped an elbow from Jack Whiten. Not intentional. Although, oh, he's led with the elbow there. Whiten could be in trouble here. Jack Whiten could be in a little bit of trouble with the match review committee because that wasn't even the ball carrying arm, was it? I don't think there was any intent, but you can't lead. You cannot run and lead with your elbow like that. You can't have your elbow arced up. Oh, there's that shot again. I missed it last time. Let's get it this time. Yeah. I missed out on it last. Yeah, totally accidental, but much like Tapau gets pinged for lifting his knees when he runs into contact, you cannot put your elbow out like Jack Whiten had. Imagine returning from suspension just to be suspended. Yeah, I think the match review committee is going to have a much closer look at that. The cheese is up, ready for another stint. Sam Walker's got to come off for a HIA. And what will that do? Oh, well, cheese will come on. I'm just wondering how they address this. So Sam Walker will be temporarily, at least, off the field. So who slots into halfback? That'll be interesting to watch. Who's going to slot into halfback for the Roosters? But anyway, Rabbitohs ball. Up towards halfway they go. Hawkins runs to the line. Out the back is Cody Walker. Inside pass. Tass is taken down. 30 out. Fifth and last. Hawkins puts it into the corner. Tedesco moves forward. Sets himself under it and takes it cleanly. James Tedesco. Roosters looking very safe and secure here. They're trying to bring it out of their own end here, so we won't see who fills that halfback role just yet. Dom Young now takes on Cody Walker, and he wins. Oh, Cody's getting frustrated there. He can't put the big man down. Tackle 4 here, coming up for the Roosters. It's all right, Vobsy, my brain's never all here. Never. Radley. Doing a cheeky little dummy that no one fell for. Fifth and last. Sandon Smith gets the kick away. Johnston takes it on the full. 32 minutes left. Still so much time. But such a long way back for the Rabbitohs to make a game of this. Sam Walker, though, if he's off, he's had a blinder. Sammy Walker. Connor Watson to 6, Sandon Smith to 7. There we go. I think, says DJ Shack. I would suggest you're probably right there, DJ Shack. That would make an awful lot of sense as Latrell tries to get on the outside. And what a great legs tackle there from Watson. Put him down, chopped him down. Fifth and last now. As we go around the grounds, and the Brumbies 58, Moana Pacifica 21. Disappointing there from Pacifica. Getting crushed. Fifth and last. That's played up by the Roosters. 6 more tackles. 6 more tackles. And Thomas Burgess goes to ground. Can they finally get on the board here, the Rabbitohs? Tackle 2. 5 out from the line. Cook with the crash ball to Kepi. And a penalty. It's going to be another set of 6. A high shot. No thought of taking the 2. Damien Cook with the tap. Kalaumatangi bumps off the defense. Sandon Smith had no chance there. Burgess in midfield. Tackle 2 in front of the post now. Walker's out to the left. Perfectly placed pass to Jacob Host. Right off the shoulder. And the Rabbitohs finally break the donut. 24-4 kick to come. The Roosters' defense finally cracks. Try confirmed. Here we go. It took an eternity, but the Rabbitohs finally, something clicks for them. Brumbies 60, Moana Pacifica 21. It's an absolute thumping. There in Canberra, that game probably is, yes. DJ Shack would probably know. And that will be the third leg. The third leg of the multi. Sam Walker being off is scary, says Vopsy. I agree, Vopsy, because he has been hands down the best player for Roosters tonight. Has looked very threatening every single time. It's magic mushroom season in New Zealand. Oh, I'll be on the next flight. $12 cash out now, says Dan Jam. Actually, what are they offering me? It was a very insulting $11 last time. Let's see what they're offering me now. Cash out's probably suspended at the moment because the games are getting closer to the end. So we probably won't know just yet. Yeah, I believe cash out is currently suspended on that one. Sam Walker is out of the game. He has failed his HIA. That is huge news. That could completely swing this game around. Well, then again, Cody Walker to Jack Whiten. The mistake has been made. Trent needs to chuck Lindsay Collins in the 7 jersey. Well, why not at this point? More mistakes, though. South's completion rate, 67%. TJ Shack, you stopped watching at 55-21. Well, they scored again. They scored again. No, I was just curious if you knew where it was. Are they playing in Canberra? I think they are. Bro. Sandon Smith nearly goes through. Tedesco puts the grubber in behind the line. Alex Johnston is always winning that race. It's a result, though, for the Roosters. The Moana Pacifica is they're coached by Tana Umaga, are they not? I've always been a big fan of Tana. I've got his autograph still. And I've got an old program, Queensland Reds versus Wellington Hurricanes, Super 12. Christian Cullen, Tana Umunga. Oh, Joey Manu hasn't come away with the ball, and Souths have got it. Now another error from the Rabbitohs, and the Roosters have the ball back. Oh, it's knocked on by the Roosters, though. Souths. Souths lucky to come away with that one, I've got to say. So the rest of the bets on my 10-leg multi are not until tomorrow. And then probably Sunday as well. Oh no, they're all tomorrow. Sweet. Tomorrow could be a very good day. The Rabbitohs, they've got to stop making mistakes if they want to get themselves back into this game. There's time. It's going to be difficult. It's a long way back, but there is time. Murray in midfield, out the back of shape to Walker. Latrell, cut out pass, hits Alex Johnston on the chest, puts the kick back in field, and it bounces for the Roosters. But suddenly, the Rabbitohs are just starting to cause some chaos down that left-hand edge. They're creating some opportunities, but you just get that feeling about it that it's too little too late. Sam Walker being off the field has just completely stemmed the flow for the Roosters. They have not been the same team ever since Sam Walker's gone off. It's very noticeable. And now tackle 3, 10 out from their own line. They're just standing bunched in the middle of the field. There's no direction. Someone needs to take control. And these are the sorts of moments where Teddy can start to over-involve himself in play. 5th and last, they've only made 12 metres. It's a good kick, though, from Sandon Smith. Pops up kindly for Latrell. Mitchell is crushed by Radley and driven backwards. Radley and Crichton. Andrew Taylor, ahoy. Go the Bunnies, he says. Sam Walker failed a HIA. He copped a stray elbow from Jack Whiten, and I think Jack Whiten is going to be under close scrutiny from the match review committee for that one. Marty Tapau got pinged for leading with the knees. Well, I'm pretty sure you can't lead with your elbow either, and Jack Whiten could be in a lot of trouble at the match review. Tackle 4, now the Rabbitohs suddenly have come to life. If they keep the errors out of their game, this could be a very intriguing last 24 minutes. 5th and last, Walker back inside to Cook. Cook gets the offload away. It's a kick across field from Tass. To Tass, and now Tass grubbers in. Wasn't played up by the Roosters. Teddy comes away with it. So who tipped the Roosters and Warriors? Probably everyone, Michelle. Unless you're a fan of backing upsets, probably everyone. Terra Moana Tere. Go Rabbitohs. Chickens says, love watching your streams. Oh, cheers, Chickens. And a penalty now for the Roosters. A very, very much needed one. And a very relieving one. Oh, they needed that, the Roosters. Boy, did they ever. The Maltese are looking... One of them looking good. Junior Ben, ahoy there. Welcome along. One's looking really good. That's my 10-leg. My 10-leg head-to-head multi is looking very, very good indeed. Lindsay Collins takes the restart. 24-6. Roosters leading. 22.5 minutes to go. Radley in midfield beats Burgess. Is then brought down. 10 out from the line. The Roosters back on the attack. Can they get some direction now? Cheese goes from dummy half. Almost has his head taken off by Burgess. And spills the ball, Cheese. He knocks it on. Oh, no. Some worrying signs here from the Roosters. They're well ahead. Time is getting away from the Rabbitohs. There's that beautiful high shot again. What a good-looking stadium. The Roosters, though, they'll be disappointed that they're letting these mistakes creep into their game. We'll review my multi at the end of this game because it's important. It's crucial that the Roosters win. Critical. Now Cheese has fallen over and that nearly created a gap. Burgess was very lucky to escape that swinging arm on Cheese. Cheese was falling, so there were mitigating circumstances, but still, you see those get called constantly. There'll be a lot of stuff on report with the match review in this one, I'm sure. Totola now takes it up for... Oh, it's stripped away from the Roosters and Cheese goes on a dart. Making up for his error. Brandon Smith. Tackle 1. Roosters back on the attack. They're way up offside there, the Rabbitohs. Cheese copped a finger in the eye there, I think. Lots of issues with eyes this weekend. 20 and a half to go. Teddy's gone a bit flat since Sam Walker's been off the field. Now here he is, dummying. It almost opens up for him. Tedesco still going. 10 metres out. Cameron Murray tried to pull his pants down. What was that all about? He's like, Teddy, we haven't seen your ass crack yet tonight. Let's fix that. 5 out from the line. Radley. Back to Sandon Smith. Fires it out to Dominic Young and a huge cutout pass. Great legs tackle from Alex Johnston. Chops the big fella down. 5th and last. Roosters 10 out. Sandon Smith grubbers in behind the line for himself. It sets up and it's a try for Connor Watson. Sandon Smith has taken control of this game. They all looked a little bit clueless when Sam Walker went off. And Sandon Smith in this set has just gone, follow me, boys. I will take control and lead the way. Beautiful work, and the Roosters extend their lead. And I will see what all this fuss is about. Now, what was all this commotion, huh? What was all the commotion? What's all the barking going on out there? Hey? You see something out there in the dark? Are there any cheese metaphors that we can think of that fits the description of a one-on-one steal? Not that I can think of off the top of my head. Chicken says my prediction was 36-12. Oh, well, that could be on. The Roosters are about to be 30. Rolled him like a wheel of brie. That'd be a good one for a big hit. That'd be a fantastic one for a big hit. I think I've said on streams before that about Brandon Smith going through a gap like a slice of Swiss cheese or something. So that's a good one for gap, but I don't think we have one for a one-on-one steal. $30 points to 6 says the conversion is successful. And the Roosters, after a sloppy little period, are back on top in this one. Swalihi takes over the goal-kicking duties. Oh, this is what I was talking about, DJ Shack. Jason Demetrio, prepare yourself. You are officially in the hot seat. And you know what? It's not even the losses, but there will be a lot of scrutiny over the manner in which this game's been lost. And the margin. The selections, starting with Havili at hooker and Damien Cook on the bench. "17.5 minutes to go." I understand the reasoning. The reasoning obviously would be they'd be looking to take the sting out of the game early and then bring Damien Cook on to speed things up a little bit after the grind is out of it in the first 10 minutes. But it backfired. It backfired horribly because the Roosters were just all over the Rabbitohs in that first 10 as Jack Whiten takes a good run. James, same game multi is up for sure. Can't see Souths getting 4 tries. No way. They're not going to get 4 tries in 17 minutes. Wowee! Brandon Smith has got a gusher. Blood everywhere, all over his face. He looks like he's lost a UFC fight. Let's see what happened to him. Oh, he's copped an elbow. He's copped a friendly fire elbow from Lindsay Collins and has been busted open immediately. Blood was flowing immediately. Captain Redbeard, ahoy, mate. See him having a cheeky laugh when he saw himself on the big screen. Jeez. Now getting all patched up. Oh, that looked a lot worse than it actually was, though, I'm sure. He might get called off for HIA. Walker with the cutout pass to Whiten. Now there's chance for Alex Johnston. Puts the step on. What a great legs tackle from James Tedesco. 5th and last for the Rabbitohs. Hawkins, crossfield kick. Straight down the throat of Tupou. Try-saving effort from Tedesco. And a penalty now for Tupou and the Roosters. And it's just not happening. Not happening here for the Rabbitohs. Very happy Friday, Captain Redbeard. Every Friday's a good Friday, in my opinion. These streams are always rough, though, on Fridays. I mean, honestly, immediately, as soon as I finish work, the literal second I finish work at 5 o'clock, I hit go live and I'm into the early game. And then we back it up tonight for the doubleheader. I'm quite exhausted. 15.5 minutes, though. We're on the home stretch. Cut out pass from Smith puts Tupou into space. Kicks back in field for Tedesco. Latrell gets across. Oh, Latrell should surely be penalised for fending Tedesco off the ball here. What was he even thinking, Latrell? He just had to fall on it. Latrell has purposely shepherded Tedesco away from the ball. You're allowed to compete for the ball shoulder to shoulder, but I don't think you can run away from the ball and alter your line to take Tedesco away from it. All he needed to do was fall on the ball, Latrell. He's running towards the ball there, and now he gets an arm out and fends him off from trying to get around and compete at the ball. I don't know what he was thinking there, really. I honestly don't understand what he was trying to do there. I mean, okay, obviously, to have more time to let the ball dribble over the dead ball line. That's all right. It's all right up until this point. Now when he leans across and kind of shoves with the arm out, he's in trouble here, Latrell. Oh, and then a cheeky knee to the face afterwards. He could be in a little bit of trouble here. Yeah, it's a clear push. It is a clear push on Tedesco. And then he steps on his gut and knees him in the face for good measure. Oh, that's fabulous. And Latrell's going to get his marching orders here for 10 minutes. Penalty Roosters, 10 in the bin. The right call has been made there. $15 minutes to go. 10 minutes in the sin bin for Latrell. Tedesco might have to come off for a HIA there. The knee in the face. Accidental. They tap and go here. 10 out from the line. The Roosters. Lindsay Collins. I'd love to see the VB hard-earned index for Lindsay Collins tonight. He's been involved in everything, it feels like. Terrell May goes close. A metre out here. Roosters. Radley out the back to Smith. Easy draw and pass, and it's a try for Joey Manu. He gets a double. 34 points to 6. Kick to come. Playing to perfection with the extra man there, the Roosters. And that was just another training drill. As simple as you like. UFC being cheeky. $34 points to 6. Kick to come. What a night it's been for the Roosters. Joey Manu with his 8th try-scoring double. And there's still 13 minutes to go. 50 could be on the cards here. You better be careful, James. UFC might be trying some identity theft soon. Chasing after you on the leaderboard, stealing your questions in the chat room. Identity theft is the next logical step. DJ Shack says, still 8 minutes. Mitchell has to serve in the naughty corner. Kent C. Straight says it's a thrashing. James wants a forward pass on that play. Michelle says, not sure what's up with Souths. Yeah. Hey, do we reckon that Uncle Wayne goes to Souths? Demetrio gets the sack. Interim coach. Wayne Bennett's off contract. They're probably chasing hard behind the scenes. 13 minutes left in this one. Tomorrow, have we got a triple header tomorrow as this ball spills forward from the Roosters and the Rabbitohs dive on it? Yeah, Parramatta's another one, James. Parramatta's another one that should really be fighting for a Wayne Bennett-style coach. Brad Arthur is consistent enough, yes, but he just can't get the job done, can he? I mean, how many chances does he get? He's taken them to a grand final, but they got smacked around. Yes, they got smacked around by a very impressive Panthers side, but, geez, how much longer can it honestly go on? I don't think Beavis is the answer in the coach's box there for Parramatta. But anyway, 6 again here for the Rabbitohs. 12 minutes to go. Can they bag some consolation tries? 36 points to 6 it is. Walker, double pump, way forward. Now that was definitely forward. He held the pass up a little too long and then fired it about 40 metres forward to Tane Milne. Eleven and a half to go, 36 points to 6. What a night out it's been for the Roosters. Triple header tomorrow. Titans versus the Doggies, Cowboys versus the Dragons, and Sharks versus the Tigers. On paper, a few terrible looking games, but we'll do it because who knows? Could be fun. Well, it will be fun. It's always fun jumping live and hanging out with you lot. You mad bunch out there. There's a pitch invader in the Geelong game. Oh, she's talking about AFL again. She's on about the Aussie rules. DJ Shaq says it's easier enough for me to say that. Oh, if I was Cody Walker, I would have run. There was space in behind. Very easy for us to say watching, isn't it? Oh, as this ball is kicked through from Whiten. It's just kicked through the wrong direction. He eventually covers it off. He's in touch, Jack Whiten. But there's a penalty. A penalty to the Rabbitohs. 10 to go. It's all a little bit of a mess. The kick into touch makes about 2 meters. And yes, a lot of early pressure, I think, on the Rabbitohs. And the questions will have to be asked of Coach Jason Demetrio. It's just there seems to be no direction. Adam Reynolds letting him go has turned out to be a nightmare scenario for Souths. But then again, when South see Adam Reynolds on the sidelines, injured constantly, it kind of does back up their decision somewhat. But he still has so much to offer, really. I mean, when he's on the field, the Broncos are a completely different team, aren't they? He still had a lot to offer. But every time they see Adam Reynolds get broken, it probably justifies their decision somewhat. But they are struggling to find a replacement, aren't they? Manu nearly creates some space. 8.5 minutes left in this contest. That's all. Well, I shouldn't call it a contest anymore. It's well beyond the point of a contest now. Souths have been just steamrolled here tonight. I had them as big improvers this season. I really did. And a simple training drill again from the Roosters creates some space. The kick through just needs to sit up for Tedesco, and James Tedesco bags a try, and the Roosters hit 40. And it is just simple training, practice runs down that right-hand edge. 8 minutes to go, and the Roosters bring up 40. Is 50 on the cards? James Tedesco gets his try. A second kick from Tedesco. He gets it just inside the dead ball line. Catch you later, Gamer Mel. When are the Storm on this weekend? Sunday? Or the Storm on a bye this weekend? No, they're playing the Knights on Sunday, don't they? Yeah. Knights and Storm, Sunday. Sunday. Don't forget, on Sundays, new format. New format for Sundays. Generations Vodcast. Live in the pregame with the Old Panther. So Sunday, 3 o'clock is kickoff for the Parramatta Manly game. So we will probably be live 1:30. I reckon around about 1:30 or 2 o'clock. Thereabout-ish. The Generations Vodcast for the pregame on Sunday. Andrew Taylor says, oh well, maybe in another 40 years the Bunnies might get another premiership. It's all right, Andrew. I support the Sharks. It took the Sharks 50 years to get their first premiership, and I dare say it'll be 50 more. I certainly won't be alive to see it. $42 points to 6 as Swalihi converts. 6 minutes 40 to go. Can they jag 50 points? The Roosters, short kickoff. Dom Young gets up there, takes it uncontested, and then almost breaks away, but for a great legs tackle from Cameron Murray. Tackle 2. Can the Roosters get 50? That's what we've got to keep an eye on now. Can the Rabbitohs get a consolation try or two? If it's 50, does that rule out the Rabbitohs from premiership threat? That they never were anyway, but I'm just asking. Isn't that the rule? If you get 50 put on you, that's it. You're done. 43 seconds left in the sin bin for Latrell. 5th and last here for the Roosters. They're 20 out from the line. Good run there from Victor Radley. Cheese goes from dummy half to Connor Watson. Tries to get the offload away, but he's caught. Oh, Damien Cook's hurt. 5.5 to go. Damien Cook is hurt. Oh, well, put Havili back in at hooker. That worked out so well. Still a few seconds for Latrell in the sin bin, I think. For big defense in midfield, the Roosters are not dropping at all. Latrell's back on now. 5 minutes to go. 13 on 13 again. Murray out the back to Walker. Jack Whiten trying to force his way through. Oh, a falcon from the dummy half pass off the head of Havili. You've never seen anything like it. Now it opens up for Swalihi. Gets the offload away. Butcher takes it to within 20. That was the most fantastic falcon ever. The pass from dummy half straight off the top of the head of Havili. And that just sums up the Rabbitohs' night, really. An error like that. Three Stooges material. Here go the Roosters again. Tedesco cut out pass to Dom Young. He had to reach for it. Couldn't get any go forward. 4 minutes to go. Third tackle. 10 out here, the Roosters. Nothing really doing there. And surrendering in the tackle, Terrell May. Radley. Short pass to JWH. Imagine him getting a try on game 300. Cheese to the short side. Back to the Cheese. Across to midfield. Tedesco gets another. Tedesco gets another. 3.5 minutes. The 50's on. 50's on. This is right under the post. It's about to be 48-6. 3.5 minutes to get 2 points and bring up the 50. Tedesco gets a double. There was nothing happening here at all. But Brandon Smith, just some lazy defenders in midfield. He spots them. Well, Tedesco spots them, calls for it. And Cheese puts a perfect pass. Cheese puts it right on a platter for Tedesco. (46-6). Some lazy defense in midfield. Cody Walker, Cameron Murray, Latrell just lazily lurking around in back play there. DJ Shack says, in theory, are we about to see South's premiership hopes evaporate in front of our very eyes? All wave as Souths go bye-bye, says James. Did I go to public or private school? Well, both. Started off in public school, then the parents sent me to a private school. I kicked and screamed, quite literally sometimes, about it, and back to public school with my mates I went. Andrew Taylor says, records are made to be broken. I will keep the faith. That's the spirit, Andrew. It can't last forever, can it? The 50 points hoodoo. And they haven't even got 50 yet. Two and a half minutes. Can the Roosters jag 50? Well, Swalihi, you can't do that. Swalihi, the ball doesn't go 10 and he jumps up and takes it. And that's Swalihi just getting ready for rugby. Two minutes to go. Oh, Whiten's limping. Jack Whiten limping into position here. Souths are all banged up. They're missing Campbell Graham. Campbell Graham is such a big out for Souths. I said that at the start of the season. That Campbell Graham gone from Souths for an extended period is really going to hurt them. Because they don't have any centres. Now Latrell, 10 out on the back of this play. Goes on his own, Latrell, and he's driven towards the sideline. Roy, Kevin, ahoy there, mate. Watching from PNG. Havili in midfield. Nothing doing here for the Rabbitohs. The Roosters determined defence. They don't want to leak a consolation try here. Hawkins. Kalamatangi might not be stopped, though. Yes, he is. Couple of metres short now. A minute to go. Hawkins to Walker. Cut out pass to nobody. It bounces kindly for Alex Johnston, who steps back in field. And then he's wrapped up on fifth and last. Here it is, fifth and last for the Rabbitohs. Latrell, crossfield kick, straight down the throat of Tupou. Now, Tupou races out to the 20. Can they get the 50? They'll have a couple of tackles. Tupou runs at the line. Stripped away, but there were 40 people in the tackle. Well, it's been allowed to go. The referee, Ashley Klein, just doesn't care at this point. And it's reefed back by Swalihi. And Swalihi puts a terrible grubber kick in. And it's a knock-on against the... I don't think they care about the 50 now, the Roosters. That was a complete and utter shambles to end this game. 48 points to 6. Souths just keep it below the hoodoo. I think Ashley Klein just gave up, really. He'd had enough, Ashley Klein, and was like, you know what, bugger it. There are about 72 Souths players in that tackle when Cameron Murray got the strip. Should have been penalised, I thought. But anyway, Swalihi stripped it back. But then he put a grubber kick in. Terrible grubber kick. But anyways, I don't think that last little moment of play, which was a complete comedy of errors, will overshadow what was a great performance overall by the Roosters. An absolute demolition job here on the Rabbitohs. Congratulations, James. Your first same-game multi-win of the year. I'm on for this head-to-head 10-legger. I'm well and truly on here, I reckon. We got the Hurricanes. We got the Warriors. We got the Brumbies. We now got the Roosters. So tomorrow, I just need Chiefs over Highlanders, Bulldogs over Titans, Blues over the Crusaders, Cowboys over the Dragons, Sharks over the Tigers, Reds over the Force. How good's that going to be? Okay, Wasted World of Sports. We've got through another Friday doubleheader. I'm exhausted. My voice is shot. I'm not going to do too much of a post-game for this one because there's not a whole lot to talk about, in all honesty. It was an absolute night of destruction. The Roosters over the Rabbitohs. James, you tipped against the Eels. I've gone for the Eels this week. I reckon the Eels have shown enough promise. Manly have been playing extremely well, but Eels at home, I reckon they've shown enough. I think they get the points at home against Manly. Manly have got to come back to earth at some point. They've got to come back to earth at some point. All right, Wasted World of Sports. I'll see you tomorrow. Triple header. 3 games, 3 more games, and we'll keep an eye on the Super Rugby as well because that's very crucial for my multi, my 10-legger. So, 3 games tomorrow, rugby on in the background. Sounds like a great day out. Super Saturday. Thank you very much for your company here tonight. Happy birthday to everybody who had birthdays. And thank you for 1,600 subscribers. That from 1,500 to 1,600, just that flew by. That's incredible. Thank you so much for that. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Until then, cheers.
World of sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.